Ladies and gentlemen, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we are live across various platforms. Welcome one, welcome all. How we doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Make sure y'all tap that screen as you're coming in. If you're watching on TikTok, there, if you're on YouTube or Twitch, make sure you guys are followed as well. Welcome everybody in here. Welcome Kevin. Welcome Dan. Glad to have you guys in here again. Make sure to tap that screen as you're coming in. Oscar Piastri, ladies and gentlemen. Oscar Piastri is already wrecked on the formation lap, so unfortunate circumstances there, but Oscar Piastri will not be in this race today. He wrecked on the formation lap. Unfortunate circumstances there. But yes, again, Oscar Piastri did wreck on the opening formation lap, so no Oscar Piastri. I hate to see that, especially there. What is up? Welcome, 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 Jay. Welcome in here. How we doing? Who are you pulling for here tonight? Welcome one, welcome all. We've got a big race here today. It is the first race of the 2026 season, and unfortunate circumstances here for McLaren already there. So did Max Verstappen. Okay, yes. Yeah. So it's pretty tough. It's rough to see. Yeah, I don't know. But Max Verstappen, hold on. Max Verstappen also crashed? Is that what you're saying here? Max is in the race today, though. Max is in the race, but Oscar Piastri raced on the formation lap. You're pulling for Charles Leclerc? Nice. Max's wreck was yesterday in qualifying, but Piastri's was today. So, look, Max is still in the race today, but the difference is that there will not be Oscar Piastri participating today. By the way, if y'all are coming in, make sure y'all tap on that screen. Would greatly appreciate y'all for that as well. And all Paul is very much appreciated. Welcome one, welcome all. But yeah, Oscar Piastri is out today, and we'll see how this goes. But it's looking pretty good overall. Happy his wedding looked. Oh yeah. His wedding did look beautiful. Absolute, like Leclerc. Leclerc had a beautiful wedding. And all the pictures that came from that, we love Leo. A lot of beautiful pictures and everything that came from that, 100%. But yeah, who's everybody's favorite driver? If you're coming in, let me know who your guys' favorite driver is. But yeah, we're watching some Formula One here late tonight for me. Leo's your fave? Hey, there you go. There you go. And I'll fix this on, I'll fix this so y'all can see it a little bit. Sorry about that. It looks like it is slightly off the screen. You should be able to see things a little bit better. There we go. All right, that should, can you see everything there? UNC played decent versus Duke tonight. Yeah, they did. Consider the fact they didn't have Caleb Wilson. That was pretty tough for them. A tough situation overall, but hey, nevertheless, they did lose that one. Duke with a big win, but yeah. Missed football season, but looking forward towards the draft. Oh, yeah, me too. Free agency starts early next week. So I'm excited for that as well. Should be live tomorrow night for an NBA game. I'm probably going to stay up late tomorrow. I'm going to watch the Hornets versus the Sun. So if you want to hang out tomorrow for that one, should be a lot of fun too. But yeah, we've got a lot of other sports coming up there. So it's been a hot minute since I've been live. So if you guys like to see that one too, I should be live for that. Making sure that all my streaming and stuff is looking right. Okay, watch it on YouTube. Thank you for being here. Please leave a thumbs up on the video and make sure you subscribe too. But yeah, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. We got this race here. Let's see. Going to the ACC tournament games on Thursday night. Heck yeah. What game are you looking forward to the most? And thank y'all for tapping that screen. Make sure y'all are tapping it. And make sure you guys are follow if you are new. Would love to have you guys back in here. I'll move that out of the way there. Yo, what up, JD? Welcome in here. Bro, Oscar crash. Yeah, Marty. Unfortunately, Oscar Piastri did wreck on the opening formation lap, and he's already out here. You're a UNC fan? So their game, but Duke plays first. Oh, gotcha. I mean, that'll be fun to see nevertheless. I mean, that's getting to watch Duke, you know, especially if you are a fan of a team from the Triangle, you're going to be against them 100%. You're a UNC fan? Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, we all got our preferences there. I do not like UNC. I'll tell you that much. Personally, I'm not a UNC fan. Phone charger here. I also have some. I've got some hockey up here on the side. I got the Hurricanes. I'm watching it as well. So if you are watching the Hurricanes versus the Flames, got any Canadians in the chat that are hockey fans? I am wearing that one. If you're in Asheville, North Carolina, you love App State. Very nice, very nice. Grew up around the area as well. State played good today. Stanford is good. I mean, I'm not even gonna try to I'm not even gonna try to say that that's the situation. State's just not in the same situation that they were. To be honest with you, I love State, but nah, man, it's unfortunate. It's it is unfortunately not the case. They are not good enough right now. So it's unfortunate, but hey, that's just kind of how it is. But yeah, again, Oscar Piastri did wreck on the way to the grid, so unfortunately for him, he is not going to be starting today's race today. You're a Panthers fan for the Stanley Cup champ. Oh, yeah, the Florida Panthers. I do not like the Florida Panthers, but, hey, that's your team. That's your team. I'm not going to talk too bad about them. Praise the man at Stanford, insane talent. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I would honestly say I'm not too familiar with, their players necessarily. I'm not as, I'll be honest with you, in regards to college basketball, I don't know all the names and stuff like I do for other sports. Canes are good? Yeah, they are good. I hope they can get over the hump this year. I need it. Had 31 today? Yeah, that's insane. I didn't get to actively watch the game today. I was kind of halfway paying attention, to be honest with you. But yeah, plus, I've been kind of done with NC State basketball. We have been underperforming tremendously, so I was like, yeah. Yo, what up, Televisa? How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. And thank you all for the likes, by the way. Keep tapping that screen. We'll see how many likes we can get here tonight. Also, new followers. Make sure you guys follow. But it's almost time, ladies and gentlemen, for the race here today. I'm excited for it. I hope you guys are too. I'll try to get the time synced up as well. I think we'll roughly be, 40-ish, 41-ish seconds behind. We'll see exactly if that is the case there. But welcome, everybody. Yeah, if y'all are coming in here, make sure y'all go to my post that I post on my profile and go comment who you think's going to win the race today. I'll try to shout out all the people. I'll go comment on the ones who won. Hurricanes are in the ACC tournament. Oh, the Miami Hurricanes? Yeah, the Miami Hurricanes will be in the ACC tournament. Yeah, sure. It'll be interesting to see, but yeah, I mean, the Carolina Hurricanes, the hockey, they're playing Calgary Flames right now, and I'm paying attention to those. Welcome everybody in here if it is your first time. Thank you for being here, but we got the Formula One race going to be coming up here in just a moment. I'll be doing commentary, talking about that. If you have missed it already, Oscar Piastri, who was supposed to start fifth today, will not be starting the race today. Crashed on the formation lap, and he will not be participating in today's race. You hate to see it. I was really hoping that he would be there today because, I feel bad for him, I mean, this man this is his home race. Morag, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you. Thank you very much here. But, yeah, his home race, not able to be there. That's just unfortunate, to be honest with you. It really hurts because I love Oscar Piastri. He's a good guy. I feel like he was kind of done wrong last year, but that's another conversation for another day. But, man, just everything that's happened to him today already. Unfortunate there. We'll see. Also, Verstappen starting 20th. He's got a lot of work ahead of him if he's going to get back in competitive into the points today. I think that he'll be able to do that. So who you guys think is going to win today? Who's going to win tonight's race? Or today or more, wherever you guys are watching from. Who's going to win the race today? Is George Russell going to run away with it, or what are we thinking? You cover motorsports since when? The season has started, Krim. The season has started. You're rooting for Max? I feel you, Rebecca. I'm a Max Verstappen fan as well. Would love to see that one. You like Leclerc? Leclerc has a pretty decent shot from fourth. We'll see. I'm interested to see how Isaac Hadjar does here today, considering, the second seat for Red Bull has been absolutely tough there. Yope Leclerc wins. Maybe he's got the marriage buff going on for Leclerc. Rooting for Hadjar. Hadjar will be interesting. I love Hadjar. I was a Yuki Tsunoda fan. That was my guy. So, I mean, there's a little part of me that's a little bit salty about it, but no, it's not him particularly. It's more Red Bull, but I do like Hadjar. He was impressed with Hadjar. Yeah, he had a great one. I want to see how he does here today. We'll see if they can actually get a second seat that's, pretty decent, that's not going to be too rough there, because it's been just a long history of there of failing the second driver for Red Bull, so we'll see if they're able to do something with that today. All right, so you don't watch F1, but is Hamilton the guy still the best? He's great. He's great. He's out of his prime. He's 100%. He's on the back nine, if you will, but he is still good. The question is whether the car is going to be able to be competitive. That'll be the question. Ferrari has a bad history of not being great. Lewis is good, though, 100%. Lewis is a great driver. I just don't know if Ferrari has a car that's going to be competitive enough. So, we'll see. We shall see here tonight. And again, this is the first race. So now it's not just speculation anymore. It's going to be more than that. So, we shall see what the case is here. But yeah, and welcome everybody in here. Appreciate y'all for being here tonight. Where's everybody watching from, by the way? Max or Leclerc have a chance? Max is in 20th, though. I don't know. That's going to be tough today. You don't like the new cars? How many do you think will malfunction? You say at least 2? I mean, I think it's going to be more than 2 because I don't think either one of the Aston Martins are going to even finish the race here today. Starts right now. Yep. And we're getting ready, and they are just now taking off to get ready to do the formation lap now. Watch it from Fiji. Shout out Fiji. Shout out Asheville, North Carolina. Is he still in a Mercedes? No, he's in Ferrari now. He's in Ferrari now. But yeah, it is just starting. So they are just getting ready to go around for the formation lap there. So the formation lap is going right now. So yeah, you can see them right there. They're going around for the formation lap. So it's just now there. From Florida. Florida in the house. Welcome in here. Fiji, Florida, and Asheville, North Carolina. People all over. Anybody just curious, I am in North Carolina as well. So North Kakalaki. Born and raised. But yeah. Welcome one, welcome all there. But yeah, they are doing the formation lap right now. It will be interesting. Apparently what happened with Max cars yesterday was a software issue. So that's pretty significant as well. Hopefully got that figured out there. South Jersey in the house here tonight. I don't know if you're a Devils fan, but I watched a little bit of the Devils game today. You're in North Carolina too? Let's go. Home of Motorsports, though. Home of Motorsports. It's good to see, you know, a lot of, I mean, I come from like a NASCAR fan background, and then I got into Formula One as well. It's just really hard for me to get into NASCAR necessarily, but I got you. You wanted the Coca-Cola 600 last year? That's awesome. You've been getting more into the NASCAR? I have 2. Who's y'all's favorite driver? I like William Byron. Super fun? That's awesome, though. You're all the way in Utah. A couple hours back, but hey, still pretty good there. Jack Hughes, New Jersey's a huge champ. Yeah, the United States winning that. Shout out to women as well, by the way. We are the champs of hockey there. What is the 500 since you're from Daytona? Hey, that's fair. That's fair. The 500 champ 100. And yo, Kate, thank you for the follow there. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you for the share there, Mo Rag. Appreciate it as well. All right, so the formation lap is coming up here. They're getting ready to get in place. Your favorite still is number 3, but you like Kyle Busch. I mean, I love Dale Earnhardt as much as the next person, 100%. I mean, personally, Dale Jr. was always my favorite, but cool. Usually calling football. Yeah. I mean, football is my main thing that I do here, 100%. But yeah, I do try to do other sports, and I'm doing a basketball game tomorrow night. Going to watch the Hornets and the Suns. I was scared to do the Hornets when they were on their win streak because I was like, I don't want to be the reason that they lose. You know, I was a little superstitious with it. I was like, if they lose while I stream, then, like, it's my fault, you know? Dale Jr. is your other favorite. He's a good one. You keep forgetting that we have Cadillac now, and it's throwing me off. I know. The 22 drivers, I'm not used to it. And, like, I want to pull for them, right? Because I like Bottas and I like Perez. But, like, it's so hard to – I mean, they weren't competitive yesterday. I was kind of upset about that one. What do I think about, like, the Max Crosby trade? That's kind of wild. I mean, it makes sense, though. The Ravens love to make big moves like that. We'll see how they do, but it's a good gift for sure. I feel bad for Joe Burrow having to face all those edge rushers. All right, get ready for the first lap here. If I get away from chat for a second, I'm just going to commentate this first lap because this is where it's going to be most intense, and they'll go from there. All right, lights get ready to come on here. Daystar, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. All right, lights out, and away we go, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my gosh, a big move there from Isaac Hadjar. He's going to be on the inside here. Pushing back and forth, though. Who's going to be there? Charles Leclerc is going to lead going into turn 1. Charles Leclerc is taken away there. So Kimi Antonelli, I believe, has fell back quite a bit there, but Leclerc is up first there. He's up 3 positions there. A lot of shifting, as you can see there. But it is Charles Leclerc who's going to be leading here. Isaac Hadjar is in second. He took the inside line there, but he gets ahead. But Leclerc having a good start there. Kimi and Antonelli has fell back quite a bit there early. And so, as you can see there, we got Leclerc up front. There's a lot of shifting down there. Verstappen's already up 3 positions there. Carlos Sainz going 8+ positions up there. Fernando Alonso going 7 positions up already there. So, what a great start of the race here. So a lot of changes here early. Leclerc goes from 4th to 1st through the first turn there. Also, Lindblad coming up in 4th. What a great start to the race there. And sorry about that. It's going to take a little bit for all those cars and stuff to sync up. But as you can see, it's going to be the best case scenario that I can show you there. And Lewis Hamilton is making a move there. Lewis Hamilton making a move. And he's going to be in 3rd. So Hamilton coming up to 3rd there. A lot of changes early. Max Verstappen gets another place there. So a lot of changes here. Have fun, everybody. Welcome to Yellowstone. Man. Leclerc, yes, let's go. So there you go. Leclerc in 1st. Russell in 2nd. Hamilton 3rd. Hadjar 4th. Lindblad 5th. Norris is in 6th. Antonelli 7th. Ocon in 8th. Gasly 9th, and Alonso up to 10th. Alonso, the biggest mover so far, +7. Sainz also has +7. So a lot of changing here already on the first lap. But Leclerc and Russell are getting away here currently, so we're going to have to see. I did like Leclerc yesterday. Going into yesterday, I was saying I liked Leclerc yesterday and George today, but it looks like I might have said the opposite. I might have predicted the opposite. By the way, Verstappen up to 16th right now, trying to get past Bottas. Russell trying to get around Leclerc, not able to get there. Leclerc still leading here. So George goes around Leclerc, so George Russell's going to take back first place. Leclerc does that one. How many laps is this one? Today's race is 58 laps. So 58 laps here today. There are 58 laps here today. And actually, that's a great thing. I'm glad that you said that. Ferraris look good. You don't like Russell? Nah, that's fair. That's fair. I forgot. Yeah, this is 100%. There's 58 laps here. Let me see if I can get... Let me try to get... Okay, so I need y'all to bear with me, okay? For just a second, I need you to bear with me because I'm going to fix that to where you can see how many laps there are left. But it's going to... I can't actually do that right this second. But... Wait, maybe I can. Hold up. 1 second here. All right, let me try to do this, and then... There we go. Okay, you should be able to see it there. Let's see. Maybe you can see it there. Is that better? Can y'all see it there? How many laps are left? Something like that. Does that look right? Y'all can see it there. Wish this was on ESPN. I know, yeah, they got a different deal there. What happened to Piastri? He messed up on the starting like the very first formation lap, not the original one. He wrecked there. So he wrecked there, unfortunately. But yeah, if it was on there, what? But yeah, he wrecked early in the race. So Leclerc takes the lead back from Russell. So we're going a little bit back and forth here amongst the both there. What about thoughts on the Canes trade deadline? I mean, I'm a little disappointed. I would like to have seen a better 2C, like a second center for us. But overall, I'm okay. We got an enforcer, which I am happy about overall. But it's, you know, I would like to see more, but it is what it is. But yeah, Piastri wrecked early. It's tough there. Bro, Max, turn on the Rockets, bro. I mean, he started in 20th, and he's already up 6 places. So he is the biggest mover so far now because Sainz is behind him. So Max is up quite a bit. By the way, Hülkenberg and Piastri are both retired already. So Hülkenberg retired. I don't think he started the race, and Piastri's out for the race as well because he wrecked. What happened to Hülkenberg? I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you. I guess he didn't start the race, but they were already retired. I thought that he was going to be there, but I don't think he started the race. So he didn't actually – I didn't see him, but they didn't actually say anything about that one, Adriana. But, yeah. How did he wreck? So Piastri wrecked when they were first coming out to get ready to, like, not the formation lap, but before the formation lap. It's like when they're leaving the garage to get there before the formation lap. You know what I'm saying? Like where they're trying to get their setup and everything. That is when Piastri wrecked. And yeah, so it was like before that. So it was very early on. Not something I really expected to see, but yeah, he just spun. He spun and wasn't able to get back into the race, and unfortunately, it ruined his day. Feels bad, especially because he is, this was his home race. By the way, Leclerc up by 8/10 right now. Of course, there is no DRS this season here. Seemed like it was a similar situation to Max yesterday. Maybe it was. Maybe it was. I mean, Max's was a software issue. I'm not 100% about what happened with Piastri. We'll have to see. By the way, Colapinto, I believe Colapinto is under investigation for something. Colapinto's under investigation for something. They do have that up next to him, so. You're back. Welcome back, Tristan. Glad to have you in here. McKenna coming in here with the follow. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. The 12. Max already at 13. He's at 12. He's at 12 right there. You can see right here next to me. Sorry about that. It may not be the best view, but hoping that we can do the best we can there. But yeah, he's up to 12th right now. And you can see there to the right, it shows how many positions he's gained. And then, of course, you can see the fastest lap. Of course, there's no point for fastest lap anymore, but you can see that. But yeah, it's Russell and Leclerc trying to pretty much get away. Hamilton not too far behind. Hadjar right there in 4th as well. But looking at the race start here, we're going to re-look at this here. Max is doing well. He's having a good start for sure. I assume he'll finish in the points, but where at will be interesting. But yeah, Charles Leclerc goes 4th to 1st in the first turn. Absolutely amazing start there for Leclerc, though, and he's been in first ever since there. There was a time where they swapped position. George got back first, but not able to keep it there. But yeah, who's everybody's favorite driver if you are in here? Who's your favorite driver? Love to see User coming in with the follow. Thank you very much. And I appreciate y'all for being in here. Alice likes Max there. Adriana likes Norris. Lou likes Max. So I'll give an update there. Max is up 8 positions right now. He's in 12th. He's trying to get past Bortoletto. That's the next one he's trying to get there. Norris, he's not had a bad start. He's lost a position, but not bad overall. He's still holding his position. He's behind Lindblad right now. Lindblad had an amazing start to the race here today. Lou likes Max as well. Luna likes Sainz. Sainz had a great start as well. He went up 8 positions pretty much in the first lap or two. He has lost a couple since then, but Sainz having a good race already. And Russell and Leclerc are going at it right now. Russell's right on the back wing of Leclerc, but this is giving an opportunity for Hamilton. Hamilton trying to catch up to them both as well. So Leclerc is ahead, but Hamilton is getting an opportunity here to catch up as well with the fighting between George and Charles. And we're 7 laps into this 58-lap race, if you can see it. It's kind of hard to see, but it's like right down below where it says the Australian Grand Prix. And if I can get that a little bit smaller so it's easier to see as well. Sorry about that. I know it might not be perfect there. So George is claiming that Leclerc is being dangerous there. I don't know exactly what it is, but something. George is claiming that Leclerc is driving dangerously, but I don't know about that one. Go Max, says Lou. Welcome in here. He's such a crybaby. He does. I mean, they do all whine though about there. RDP 20 to P11. Yes. Yep. Verstappen is already up 9 positions already. Of course, he did have. He started from complete last, so he did get ahead of Piastri and Hülkenberg for free. But yeah, you don't like Ferrari? Yeah, that's fair. No Oscar. What about Oscar? Oh yeah, sorry. I completely. Yeah. Oscar having a tough start already. You hate to see it. Absolutely tough. Absolutely tough start for Oscar, and it was before the formation lap, not able to make it to line up. But man, it's unfortunate. It truly is unfortunate. I feel so bad for him. By the way, if you're watching on YouTube, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you. Please leave a thumbs up on the video and make sure you guys are subscribed if you enjoy this. I will be live for other streams in the future and other races, so we'd love to have you guys back in here. So please make sure that you are followed or subscribed as well. Also, I'm paying attention to a hockey game right now. The Carolina Hurricanes taking on the Calgary Flames. Nick, think of the chair there. You don't like Ferrari, though, Cram. I get that, though. Some people don't. George Russell has taken back first place, so Leclerc and Russell go back and forth here. Who's going to be leading? So it is giving an opportunity for Hamilton to catch back. We'll see if Leclerc can get back at him. But George has taken first place away from Leclerc. We'll see if George can run away there. Mercedes looks like they do have the better car, but Leclerc's staying and sticking right with him. He's trying to go around the outside, and he's going to take back first place. Leclerc, beautiful racing that we have here, back and forth here between George and Leclerc. And I was worried if there was not going to be the ability to race as much here, but George and Russell are going back and forth. Russell thought about going around him, but he couldn't there, but Hamilton catching up to both of them. Luna coming in here with the follow. I feel like we're getting ready to have one of those situations where Leclerc's fighting Russell, but through goes Hamilton. That's how it feels right now. It's absolutely crazy there. Your Thunder has 50 wins. Heck yeah, Thunder have been looking really good this year. I'd love to see Thunder and Hornets in the NBA Finals. Would be awesome there. But Luna, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. All those follows, thank you very much. We got 6 out of the 10 new followers here. Oh, a big luck up there for Russell, and he's going to have a lot of sparks there. He took first place, but Leclerc takes it right back. And there's a flat spot there, but Hamilton's right behind them. So they're all within a second. They're all within 0.3 of a second of each other. Hamilton looks inside Russell. He's trying to get in there. And you can see Antonelli right behind them. Sucks the races on Apple. I know, I 100%. I get you. But Leclerc's taking the lead back there. It looks like there might be a bald spot on Russell. His tire's locked there. And that kind of backed him up a little bit there, but that was able to get Hamilton. Hamilton is much closer now. They kind of have been pushed back there because there was a tough fight. Looks like Leclerc's trying to get away. He's more than a second ahead of Russell. Well, actually, he's 0.8 now, but Hamilton right there as well. Shootersman basketball beat Texas. Oh, nice. A Red River rivalry. Does that work for... Is it still as intense for basketball as well? Is it across all sports, or is that just a football thing? Colapinto has a stop-and-go penalty, ladies and gentlemen. Franco Colapinto has a stop-and-go penalty. So that's tough. So Franco Colapinto has a stop-and-go penalty. He's gained 1 position so far, but not looking good for the Alpine driver there. He's going to be losing some spots there because he's going to just have to do a stop-and-go. I think Alpine replaced Duhan. Yeah, I think he's a reserve driver now. Too soon? Yeah. No, I get that. I think, is it Duhan? Sorry, I can't spell it. No, you're good. I know what you're talking about. I don't know how to pronounce it sometimes because, if you listen to Australians, they'll say doing. It's old doing. So I'm like, I don't know. But yeah, I say Jack Duhan, but I don't know if I'm pronouncing too many letters there or not, but I've heard doing. Sooners in Texas is rivalry? Gotcha. You say it like I do? Yeah, I guess it just depends. All right, so Russell's just 0.7 back on Leclerc, and then Hamilton's 0.8 back on him as well, which you can see exactly the time difference there. You're seeing the interval time there. We are on lap 10, by the way. Yeah, lap 10 of 58, so Max is up to 10. So Max is in the points now, and he's only 0.3 behind Gasly. I assume he'll probably get past Gasly very soon as well, so Hadjar doing very well. Yeah, he is in that second Red Bull seat. We'll see what he does here. Hadjar has lost a couple positions, I will say. And he's got the Lindblad right behind him there. But the 2 newcomers, the promotion with Hadjar to Red Bull and Lindblad, the new Racing Bulls driver, already looking pretty good there. Lawson down there. So Verstappen up 11 positions up to 9th place in 11 laps. So he's got a person. He's passed 1 person every lap, and that's right here. Well, I'll be doing the World Cup. Of course I will be Kevin De Bruyne. Welcome in here. I'll be watching you as well. So welcome, Kevin De Bruyne. Looking like Max will have a nice scoring teammate. 9. Yeah, we'll see if he's able to keep that going there. There was an incident involving Leclerc and George Russell. Looks like no investigation necessary. So I think that was when George was complaining that Leclerc was being a little bit aggressive and a little dangerous with his driving, but no further investigation needed. So that's where we're at here so far. Make sure y'all tap that screen, by the way. Make sure you guys are followed. Love to have you guys back in here. Welcome one, welcome. I appreciate all the follows and everything too. Where's everybody watching from, by the way? We'd love to see where everybody's watching from. We've had people from Fiji, North Carolina, New Jersey, Florida. What are the lap times not consistent? Because it kind of changes every month there. Ariana from the United States, welcome. South Carolina, Georgia in the house here. We got a lot of southern people in here. Oh no! Hadjar has wrecked, ladies and gentlemen. Isaac Hadjar has wrecked. And there is a virtual safety car. The track goes yellow for a virtual safety car. But ladies and gentlemen, Isaac Hadjar has on the side there, and he is going to be falling down there. Norris is going to box for new tires. It looks like a lot of drivers are coming in to change. And Ariana, thank you so much for the follow there. Appreciate that. So during the virtual safety car, a lot of drivers are going in there. So Lando Norris is pitting here. Esteban Ocon is going to pit, and Pierre Gasly so far. So 3 drivers have already went in to pit. I'm not sure exactly what kind of tires they're going to go with. I'll try to let you know as soon as I do that one. But yeah, Isaac Hadjar has wrecked, yes. So yeah, Sainz wrecked, Sainz, Lawson, Alonso also pit. So Sainz, Lawson, and Alonso all pit here. Of course, you gained some time there. You wonder if it was a malfunction. I don't know. I don't know if that's the case or not. We'll have to see what they say. So we'll see if people want to continue to do that. There's still a virtual safety car right now. Will they try to come in here? There's a lot of questions. Will the leaders try to come in here? Verstappen is up to 6th place, ladies and gentlemen. He is on a hard tire. Max is up to 6th place, and he is on a hard tire. You didn't see a crash? Yeah, he may have just spun out himself. But he was on the side there, 100% there. What happened to Hadjar? The car is smoking right now. It looks like he's just parked it to the side. It wasn't like a crash necessarily. The engine is smoking quite a bit. All right, they're getting ready to show. I'll tell you what happened here. So he was going in. I'm listening to his car. Okay, something happened when he was shifting, and the engine just went out on him. So something went out on the engine. I was trying to listen to there, but yeah. So something happened there. Not Hadjar's fault. There was not an actual wreck, but he had to park it on the side there, and then they backed him up there. So Russell and Antonelli do go to the pits. So they did pit there during the virtual safety car, so they will come back out. That will move them back, and it's going to be Leclerc first, Hamilton second, Russell third, Lindblad fourth, Antonelli fifth, Verstappen sixth. Verstappen is on the hard one there, always supporting Max. Yeah, I love Max Verstappen as well. Would love for him to get back to this one. He is trying to do the best he can. What a shame he was doing so well. Yeah, I know. But there has been issues. I mean, they had the issue yesterday with the software that cost Max, and then today, some sort of issue there. When he tried to shift, it just quit on him. Hamilton's saying that one of them should have come in for the virtual safety car, so he's upset with that. But, you know, that's the thing. That's the thing. Like, it's really bad with... That's the history of Ferrari is not getting the strategy correct. You know how the curse is for the Tifosi. So we'll see. But, yeah, Hamilton says one of them should have came in. They still have not got the car off to the side. We'll see if Ferrari tries to risk it here. But, yeah, Charles, do they want to try to make a stop? We'll have to see here. This season is going to be stressful with all the malfunctions. Oh, 100%. It could cause a lot more drama and stuff like that as well. And nope, neither of the Ferrari are going to go into the pit lane, even though they show... So we'll see here. Maybe they're thinking there's going to be another safety car later on. If there is another safety car, Max is on a hard tire. This is going to work out perfect for Max. Let me see something here. Does this... I think this shows the tire. Yeah. Would y'all rather see this screen right here? Would y'all rather see this screen right here? It shows the tire. Do we like this screen better? It shows the tire, and it also shows like their lap time. Do we like that one better? Yeah. They're probably counting on more function there. Yeah. Yeah, you can at least see the tire and stuff like that. You think this car is going to be like a next-gen car in NASCAR, a bunch of problems the first year? Yeah, that is a big change. This is a new gen for sure. And there is some issues there. And, like, yeah, it is tough, though. It is tough. You're going to have to figure something out. But, man, Max Verstappen up to 6. Of course, he is on the hard tire there. Antonelli is on the hard tire as well. By the way, where it says, like, where it shows, like, the length, like, right beside the tire, you see where it says, like, L13 for Max and L1 for Antonelli. That tells you how many laps they have on that. So, like, Max's tire, he's got 13 laps on a hard tire. Antonelli's got 1 lap on a hard tire. Fernando Alonso's car has messed up, and he's been told to stop the car. Fernando Alonso has been told to stop the car, and they're going to put him in the garage, and Fernando Alonso's day is over. So they're going to retire Alonso's car now. This is so many issues here. This is a very rough start. A very rough start to this new era. A lot of issues here early. So they're showing Lando Norris right here. Wait, did Lando Norris pass somebody? Hold on, I'm confused. I'm confused. I'm not entirely sure there. Where's Audi? Audi is in 8th right now with Bortoleto. And then we've got Hulkenberg did not start the race, so Hulkenberg is already retired as well. All right, so we are back green now. We are back green racing, 15 laps here. Both Ferraris in 1 and 2. 2 seconds back is going to be Hamilton. 9 seconds behind that is going to be Russell. Man, Max fell off? What do you mean? He started 20th in this race because this car had it had a software issue yesterday, and he had to start in last place. What do you mean he fell off? He used to win all the time. Now he's in 6th. Tell me you don't watch Formula 1, then when you don't watch without telling me you don't watch Formula 1. Max Verstappen can win this. He might. I mean, he honestly could. You love Max Verstappen. I hope he doesn't leave F1. I don't think he will for a while, to be honest with you. Who is in 4th? That is Antonelli. Antonelli's in 4th right now. You've watched F1? To say that Max has fell off, though, that's crazy. There's no way you've watched it there. Yeah, Kimi Antonelli's in 4th there. You like Lewis Hamilton, too? Yeah. Am I going to watch March Madness? Yeah, for sure. I'll probably watch some. Yeah, I'll try to stream as much as I can. Is Ferrari going to sell? I don't know. They might have already because they didn't pit there. They might be banking on some more, like, safety cars later on, though. That's what Max haters say. Your favorite driver is Sainz, though? I mean, Sainz is good, but, like, not Ferrari is locked. This is our year. I think Ferrari is good. I do think Mercedes has a great start. But I'm not 100% sure, though. Sorry, who was that in 5th? No, you're good. Yeah, 5th is Lindblad. Lindblad is in 5th. Sainz is good. He's just with a horrible team. I mean, I understand what you're saying. I don't think they're as bad as some people lead them on. I do think they're one of the better midfield teams. I do hate that he lost his seat in Ferrari because I do wish that he was still in Ferrari because I thought he did good. And even comparable there to Leclerc. But unfortunately for his sake, it was for Lewis Hamilton. And you're not going to win that, you know? There's nobody who's, like, really going to be able to... Nobody on the grid could, like, be like, no, this seat doesn't belong to Lewis Hamilton. The only person who would actually have a claim to that would probably be Max. So Max would be the only one to be like, yeah, you can't have my seat, you know? What happened to Hadjar? Hadjar's car messed up on him when he was trying to shift there. He had to retire the car. He had to go off to the side, messed up there. IndyCar is better than F1 these days. I don't have a problem with that. I don't watch IndyCar as much. When I do, I always try to watch the Indianapolis, the Indy 500, you know. But yeah, it's I do like IndyCar. I have nothing against it. I honestly don't feel like you have to do that. Yeah, thank you for answering Carter's question. Sorry, I got sidetracked there. But yeah, this is an actual race, the first of the season. But yeah, I actually don't have a problem with like people liking different ones better. Everybody has their own flavor of what they prefer, but I like them all, you know. Try to like them and watch them all there. What place is Antonelli? He's in 4th right now. He's in 4th place. And thank you for the follow there, TS. Thank you. Max started 20th. Yeah, he started 20th. He's up 14. NASCAR's the best, you think? I mean, they all have their like ups and downs and stuff like that. I like Formula 1 the best. I do think Formula 1 is the most fun to watch, in my opinion. I do like a bunch of them, though. Like, I watch any of it, you know? I just don't typically watch NASCAR as much. I don't like NASCAR's point system. That's my problem. I don't like NASCAR's points and how they do their playoffs and stuff like that. I think it kind of ruins the sport, and it's not as fun and stuff like that. Thank you for the live. Of course, Olivia. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here as well. And you can vote at the top who you think is going to win here today. Leclerc's got 100% of the votes there. What happened to Hadjar? His car messed up. Oh, Valtteri Bottas, ladies and gentlemen. A yellow flag. Valtteri Bottas is stopped on the side there, and he's not in a convenient spot. Hadjar was able to stop in a convenient spot where they were able to roll him out. There's another virtual safety car. This is playing right into the hands of Ferrari. So Bottas is stopped. They're going to be stopping it here. Alonso, they had to retire his car as well. There are a lot of car problems here today, Sarah. Is Max really 6th? Yeah, he's already to 6th place. Max has got 17 laps on these tires as well. I don't know if he'll do that, but there is a virtual safety car here. But Valtteri Bottas here is already going to be out. This will be our 5th car. 5th car today. No Cadillac. Perez is still in. At this point, it feels like if you just finish this race, you might get points. At this point, if you finish the race, you might get here. You might get some points. Max will win. If Max wins, it'll be great. All right, Behrman, Verstappen, and Lindblad all come in. So Lindblad, Verstappen, Behrman, and Bortoleto have all came in. And he's out. So Lindblad's going to come out in 6th, Verstappen 7th, and Behrman 8th, Bortoleto in 9th. So Max is in 7th here with fresh tires. So that's a big change from where he started there. But Ferrari is on the mid tires. Yeah, Ferrari started with those tires. They have not pit yet, and this is the 2nd stoppage we've had here. Wait, when did Lindblad get to F1? He just got there. This is his first race. Here. Let's hope half the grid can make it through. Yeah, 100% at this point. We'll see if a Ferrari tries to come here. You have a question. What time does the race end? It depends. So it's based off the laps. There's 58 total laps, right? There's 58 total laps, but we'll see. Stan, thank you for the follow there. Appreciate it. Thank you for the follow, y'all. Appreciate y'all. I will try to be doing more Formula 1 races, and I was live for like qualifying stuff if you'd like to do that. It's 12 a.m. for you. Okay. It should probably be about another hour and a half at most. Lando lock in. You told the F1 races are actually fun. I like them. I enjoy the F1 races. This one has been pretty good. We had a lot of good racing back and forth at the start of this race between Leclerc and George. It was really back and forth and fun, and they were swapping back and forth. A lot of lead changes already. I don't actually have the stat, but there was a lot. This is Ferrari's year. Trust you? I don't know, man. Ferrari and, Mercedes, pretty good there. All right, thank you for the follow there. Appreciate it. W, thank you for the followers there. Totally Lando Norris, thank you for the follow as well. Thank you. And if you're on YouTube, please leave a thumbs up. Make sure you guys subscribe. I would appreciate that as well. And if you're on Twitch, make sure that you guys follow as well. I'm on multiple platforms, ladies and gentlemen. If you'd like to see a different view, you can see a little bit more on those other ones, maybe. I'm not 100% sure, but the race is on. It's on Apple TV directly. Ferrari can figure out how to pit. Yeah. What if it's less than 10 people finish? I don't know. I guess that people who DNF'd, I don't know. I don't think you get points if you DNF, even if you did finish in like 10th or 9th or something like that. I think you have to at least finish the race to get points. Hadjar, his car quit on him. I don't know. It looks like he was trying to shift and then it just kind of quit. The engine went out. So I don't know. And then he had to park on the side and they pushed him back. Where's Lindblad from? I thought he was British. Is he not British? He might be. Second seat curse, of course. Yeah. Lynn. Yeah, he's British. So Verstappen with a move over Lindblad, and Max is going to be up to 6th place, and now he's going to have his eyes on Lando Norris, his foe from last year. He's an Indian Brit? Oh, okay, gotcha. You ever heard much about him? But he looks great so far. Yeah, I remember he had some good years in the lower series. Hamilton said that his tires are still good. He likes his tires, and he says, do not box me at the same time that you do with Leclerc. So, Hamilton and Leclerc, we'll see how they do here. We'll see if the strategy works good here. How did Oscar crash? It was before the formation lap where they were getting ready to line up before like the pre-race lineup, and I didn't actually see it. I just know I literally looked. Let me see if I can find a picture of it so I can show you what happened. Let me see if I can get a good picture. He went around a corner. Oh, wow. Okay, so he went around the corner. He got too far onto the paint, and it spun him, and his right tire hit the wall and just destroyed it. Absolutely destroyed it. So he was going into, like, the first lap around. It looked like he was just into that first turn, like going into the second turn. He just kind of hit the paint, and it hit into the wall. And then, yeah, that's pretty much happened there. Yeah, hold on one second here. And lock account. There we go. Fortune, thank you for the share there. Appreciate it. And mute. There we go. Yeah. Oscar's crashing out on the F1 Twitter page. Yeah, they do have it out there. Forza player, thank you for the follow. They appreciate that one. How many laps are in this race? This race in particular has 58. So 58 laps here. 58 laps are total. So that's where we're at here so far. But welcome everybody in here. If you are new, make sure that you guys follow. Would love to have you guys back in here. So make sure y'all do that. Oh, shucks. 1 second. I wish I could remove that one. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, their F1 team is on a roll. Yeah. Tell you don't have Apple TV, so I can't watch. No, I get that 100%. It shouldn't cost so much money to watch all the stuff here. This is such a good race so far. It really is, Olivia. It really is. It's a lot of fun. Absolutely. Did you miss quali? This is the actual race. Yeah, quali was yesterday. I was live for that one. This is a fun race. I actually was worried that this year would not be as good. I know the DNFs have made it not as great, you know, for like as a viewing standpoint, but like it's a lot of fun. 5 people out already. Yeah, 5 people are already out, unfortunately. And we may have more here later as well. But yeah, Leclerc and Hamilton still going long. They still have not pit. They're 22 laps into the race, and they still have not pit here. Leclerc first, Hamilton second. Behrman getting kind of close right now to Lindblad. Lindblad there behind Max. Max is 4 seconds back on Lando now. Was it a big crash? What happened? No. So Hülkenberg didn't start the race. The only crash was Piastri on like before the formation lap. You know how they go around to like get their setups and stuff like that. He actually, after going in from the first to the second turn, he hit the paint on the right side and it kind of spun him. And then he went tire first into the left wall, and it just destroyed his tire and turned him around, and then he was done. So they had to clean that up. That's the only crash. And then Alonso, they had to retire his car. Hadjar's car messed up as well. And same thing with Bottas. All the other ones have just been car issues, like whether it be the engine or software. And I don't have all the details on everything to happen, but yeah, that's what we have here. You surprised that Stroll didn't DNF yet? That's a fair observation. Piastri got DNF for formation. He is so cooked this season. Yeah, unfortunately, wrecking out early stuff. Stroll is doing fairly well for the car. Yeah, I mean, he's up 5 spots. I mean, they're all from the fact that other people have done. I mean, he's 10 seconds behind Perez. I don't know. This is not good. Not a good showing here. Are the cars woke? What do you mean? Ferrari P1 and P2. Yeah, so far they have not pit yet. They're the only ones who have not pit yet. Pretty much everybody else is pit. Well, Colapinto is not pit yet. He's got to stop and go unless he's already served that. Lawson and Perez are being investigated. About to see. Cadillac isn't last, though. Yeah, that's fair. You watching the main event for UFC 326? Oh, nice. I forgot that was on tonight here. He already served that? Yeah, I'd forgot. So he wasn't actually able to change tires. But all right, so the incident involving Ocon and Gasly is under investigation. So they are investigating that there. The Ferrari team, they're geniuses. Yeah, they're 100% geniuses for sure. It's going to be a fight between Leclerc and Russell. Mark your words. Could be. It very well could be. We'll see what the case is there. But yeah, they're catching back up to Hamilton and Leclerc, and like they have not pit yet. So it may still be good here for George Russell. My favorite driver, Yuki Tsunoda. But of course, Max Verstappen. I mean, I love Max and Yuki Tsunoda. And that was kind of like mine. I mean, Sebastian Vettel was the one that I liked the most, like growing up. Sebastian Vettel was kind of the guy that I kind of liked the most. Perez wins the race, no cap. Max is that far from Norris. Yeah, your favorite driver is Albon. What happened to Hadjar? We don't know exactly what it was, but his engine quit on him. Basically, his engine quit on him and he was trying to shift, and he's no longer up there. Lewis Hamilton's got his former crew chief on his team for Mercedes. Bono? No. Bono's still with Mercedes. Someone just pitted. Like his race engineer? Is that what you're saying there? All these Verstappen bandwagons. I like Max. I like Max before he was a world champion. I'm telling you, man. I was there. I was there for that first season. Is Alonso back from the day? I don't know, man. I don't know 100% trust this. He is doing okay right now, but I mean they just pit, by the way. But Max Verstappen won every race for the past few years. Yeah, he did get a lot of bandwagon fans though. You're Max Verstappen bandwagon because you're new to F1 fair. Why is it Oscar Racing? Because he actually wrecked on before the formation lap coming out there. I kind of sound like Zach Brown a little bit. Please don't tell me that. I don't like Zach Brown. I hope the only way that I sound like Zach Brown is the fact I'm American. Can't win Singapore, though. He can't win Singapore. That's true. Russell is second. Yeah, Russell's in second there. Leclerc, I think Leclerc pit. Yeah, so Leclerc pit for a hard tire. Leclerc did pit for the hard tire. So we'll see what Lewis Hamilton does. He's up a second and a half here on Russell, but he has not pit here. So the investigation involving Perez and Lawson, no further action necessary. So that investigation, nothing there. They're going for softs there. Is the clock going ahead 1 hour and 3 minutes tomorrow? I mean, I would just ignore the clock. That's how many they have to complete the race within that time, but it's not running really. If that clock were to run, then that would be like if there was a lot of incidents and stuff like that. They have to complete the race within a certain time, and then they may they may have to take laps off, but that won't be a factor. That only happens when there's a lot of rain. How many laps are left? Well, we are on lap 27 of 58. So we've got about 30. Your access to Matt F1 is on Apple TV and F1 TV or something like that. No, I get that 100%, Luke. I agree. So Russell is about a second away from Hamilton now. Leclerc is 7 seconds behind Antonelli, if you are curious there. A lot of questions will be, should they have pit during that time when there was the virtual safety car? They had 2 opportunities. They didn't take advantage of it. Who do I think will win? I think George Russell's going to win today. You don't think Lewis Hamilton's going to pit? He's going to go as long as he can at this point. He's going to go as long as he can. You're covering the bills of the first. Oh. I read that as I thought you were talking about the Buffalo Bills, and that's why I read that. But that's not how that works. But yeah, Lewis is not pitted yet there. But yeah, I wish it wasn't on Apple TV. I will say though, I used to love F1 TV. Charles might win. I don't know. I would like to see Charles do it, but I just want you to know, we'll see. It's really going to be timing, honestly. It'll be timing here. Verstappen P20 to P6 is great. It really is. And he's on a medium tire right now. He can still go long, and he is getting close. Well, he's somewhat. He's keeping about the same distance to Norris as he was. So, who do I think is going to be on the podium? Okay, if I'm going to say podium right now, yeah, Alonso there having Alonso be where he's at. It's kind of crazy. Oh, and George Russell gets past Lewis Hamilton. So Hamilton has not pit yet. Look, Russell has, but Russell takes over first place there. By the way, there's an incident involving Perez for ignoring blue flags, and it is being noted. So they have noted that with Perez. They have noted that one there. Blue Velvet, thank you for the follow there. Alessandra, thank you for the follow as well. But yeah, podium right now, I'm thinking it's going to be Russell, Leclerc, and Antonelli. Russell, Leclerc, Antonelli. I don't know if that's going to be the order, but yeah. You're picking Piastri to win? Fair enough, Kyle. What up? And Granny Steph, thank you for the follow there. Hamilton is out. We'll see if Hamilton can. Hamilton's not out. No. He's into the pit stops, though. Hamilton just pit. He is in the pit here. He's going to come out behind Leclerc. So, Hamilton just pit. He's in fourth. He's right behind Leclerc, and he's going to come out. We'll see what kind of tire he's on, but he is back out. Russell says that he thinks that the one stop is viable, so Russell may have made his only stop today, so we'll see how that goes. Did Antonelli pit? Yeah, yes. He has. So Russell thinks they can do a no, like, he thinks they're fine. He thinks that, like, the one stop's fine, so. Not a Perez fan? You're predicting Russell, Leclerc, Hamilton, to be honest? You didn't know he was going to pit? Yeah, he did. He pit right there. He pit and he just came back out. And he came back out on the hard tire. So we'll see. I'm actually not sure there. Russell, Leclerc, and yeah. Hoping for a George or Leclerc World Driving Champion. We'll see how this season goes. It's looking like Mercedes and Ferrari are the best too. But I will say, I think it's really early to say anything about Red Bull until we get Max actually qualifying in the top 5 to see where he goes from there. You knew to F1, why do they need to pit so much? It depends. They have different strategies, but like certain tires can last longer than others, right? So like a harder tire lasts longer than a soft, but a soft tire has more grip and it can get you, it's a faster tire because it has better grip, but they don't last as long. And then depending on like when you pit and time and stuff like that, it can change everything. And it can make things like, or like if it rains, of course you got the wet or the intermediate tires. And then like, depending on how many laps are left, you have to do that. Also, you're required to at least use 2 different tire compounds between soft, medium, and hard. Unless there is rain, of course. Medium is different type of tire too. Yeah, medium. Yeah, soft, medium, and hard, which is much easier than the way it used to be. So yeah, Maddie, think of the chair there. Did Piastri DNF? Yeah, he actually wrecked before the race started. Before the formation lap, he did it on like the setup lap. Medium, but yeah. With Oscar out, there goes another Australian Grand Prix without our Australian winner. Yeah, it's true. Sad. Maddie, think of the chair there. Remy, think of the fall there. Cries at a McLaren fan. What's up, Lewis? Welcome in here. Welcome. Max will be from P20 to P6. Yeah, I know. And we'll see how the rest of this goes. He may, he's not really improved. Oh, he is. He's much closer and quicker to, he's taken about 2 seconds off since last I checked on Norris's time. So Max is catching up to Norris slowly. Our tires don't mix with rain. Oh, yeah. I mean, none of the tires will, even soft. I mean, soft's a little bit better, but it's not much. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a little bit better, but it's not. It's not phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? Just slightly better, but not good there. But it is a good race so far, 100%. I think Max can get the podium. He could. What happened to Isaac Hadjar? Something happened with his engine. It was trying to shift, and it just messed up. I don't know exactly what the issue was, but he tried to shift. And it went kapooey, to be honest with you. I don't know exactly what happened there, but it did. It messed up, and then what I think will happen about the races scheduled next month in the Middle East, I actually do not know. I have no clue. I wish this war would stop. I'm tired of war. There's no need for that. I don't know why all these leaders love to, do this at the expense of people. It's just ridiculous, and I'm tired of it. So they need to figure stuff out diplomatically, and, people need to stop dying, pretty much. What I think about Mercedes engine, I mean, it's looking really good. It looks like they have something. They've broke away and got something much better right now. So, I don't know. What happened to Gabriel? He had an issue where his car just had to be stopped as well. I don't know what happened with Bortoleto necessarily. Wait. Yeah. Oh, Bottas is out. Bortoleto, he's still in the race, right? Yeah, he's in 9th right now. Bortoleto's in 9th right now. He's just not as fast. Alessandro, think of the foul there. Jess, think of the foul as well. Is Charles catching him or not? He's 14 seconds back right now. I'll update you next time, but he's 14 seconds back. Yeah, I'll just go through these. All right, so Antonelli is 6.5 seconds back on Russell. Of course, Russell isn't first. Leclerc is 7.6 seconds back on Antonelli. Hamilton is 7 seconds back on Leclerc. Norris is 6 seconds back on Hamilton. And Max is 1.7 seconds back on Norris. Every time I've seen that one, Max is catching Lando. Max is catching him. Yep, Ariana, 100%. I'll be doing the World Cup because I've been here since the Euros 2024. Yeah, 100%. I'll be doing the World Cup. Yep. Don't worry. I will cover the World Cup. It's in the United States. I'm in the United States. It's going to be a lot easier for me to, time-wise. So, and it's going to be summer, so I'm not going to have college classes or anything like that going on. So I'll 100% be able to do that one. You read that, Monk? No, you're good there. Ashley, thank you for the file there. Yeah, I should be live tomorrow night as well. My plan tomorrow night is to do basketball with the Charlotte Hornets taking on the Phoenix Suns. So George Russell is saying that he can go to the end on the tires. He thinks that the one stop is doable. Antonelli says if he's going to do the one stop that he's got to be very brave because that's going to be really tough to do. So it seems like Antonelli wants to pit again. George says he kind of wants to go to the end. So I don't know. If Leclerc and Hamilton were to start catching, we'll have to see here. We'll have to see what the case is there. But Hamilton and Leclerc trying to get closer there. By the way, Max is within a second now of Norris. So Max is catching Norris, trying to get into the top 5. So Max is getting closer in there. Great coverage. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm glad that you're enjoying it and glad to have you here as well. Thank you very much. You're going to be up all night watching this race? Yeah, me too. Me too. Pretty much. That's pretty much where I'm at here. I'll be doing every Grand Prix. I'll try to. If y'all keep showing up for them and y'all enjoy it, yeah. The next race starts at 3 a.m. my time. So, I don't know if y'all are down for that, but yeah. Miret, thank you for the follow. Cap, thank you for the follow. How long is the race? They usually last about 2 hours. They usually last about 2 here. You'll be up, don't worry. Sweet. Yeah. I think it's raining pretty heavy here. Yeah, okay. Paul, thank you for the follow there. Next race is, yes, the next race is in China. It's next week. I'll be up late, so if y'all want to be up for that as well. And Kate, thank you for the follow there. Paul, thank you for the follow as well. So, virtual safety car. There's a virtual safety car. Looks like a part of a wing is damaged. So, they've sent people out there, and it looks like something came off of Sergio Perez's car. There is another virtual safety car now. No thanks for that one. Daisy, thank you for the follow. So the Cadillac car is falling apart. So the only one out there is struggling here. So the virtual safety car is ending. They were able to get that, and we're good to go now. But Daisy, thank you for the follow. They appreciate that. Kate, thank you for the follow. You'll be here so you don't have to pay for Apple TV. Hey, I'll do the best I can, Ashley. Thank you very much. More mirrors? Yeah. Can they pit? They can pit if they want to, but it's already over. So there wasn't much time there. If they wanted to pit, they could. But yo, what up, Dashy? Welcome in here. Welcome, Dashy. Pioneer Granny, thank you for the share. So 35 laps in. Lawson and Sainz are pitting as well as Alonso. So a lot of pits right there already. Lando Norris is going to pit. Lando Norris is going to pit, so Max will be up to 5th place. And Zan, thank you for the follow there. Appreciate it. So, Max is up to 5th place here. Norris going to the pits for what could be his last time. I expect they'll put him in hards. And he's back out there. So, Norris coming out of the pits now. And we'll see. So, Max up to 5th now. Wow, why are we showing the Aussies that Americans have cheap cars? Alonso should just retire. I don't understand why they keep putting it back out there. I'm worried about his hand. Like genuinely, I know what you're saying, because I'm worried about the overall health of them, because I'm worried about their hands. Genuinely, I'm somebody, I don't like Stroll, right? Prime example, but I don't want them to risk their hands, particularly with with Lance. Particularly, he had a hand injury just a couple years ago. So, they're in a blender out there? Yeah. Alonso should retire. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. And they're in last place. Alonso is in the pits now. We'll see what happens there. You've heard they needed his teeth protection during practice. I don't know if it's true. Maybe. Well, they couldn't race much there because they were worried it was going to do permanent nerve damage in their hands. User, thank you for the share there. Aaron, thank you for the follow. So Alonso is in the pit. I don't know if he's coming back out there. By the way, Russell and Antonelli are 1st and 2nd. Waiting to see here. Okay, so Antonelli 6 seconds back on Russell. Max is 9 seconds back on Hamilton. Hamilton's 7 seconds back on Leclerc. So Russell's kind of running away with it right now. Can anyone tell me, please, what happened to Hadjar? Yeah, so basically, we don't know exactly what the issue is, but his engine had an issue when he was trying to downshift, and it just quit on him. I don't know if it's a software issue, if there's something actually wrong with the combustion engine itself, but something happened with Hadjar's car. It just quit on him. He had to pull to the side. It was smoking quite a bit, so I think it is probably more than a software issue, but something happened to where he had to retire the car, and he had to pull to the side, and they had to push him back. So unfortunately for Hadjar, a DNF today, but not his fault at all. Got high hopes for Charles. I mean, he's not had a bad race. I'll tell you that as well. I will say Ferrari's strategy has not helped him here. Ferrari made a bad decision. I think they should have pit earlier, but Ferrari's strategy, if you're part of the Tifosi, you know exactly how that goes. Will this probably be the top 5? More than likely, this probably will be the top 5, yeah. Norris and Verstappen are probably going to fight for that 5th spot, to be honest with you. Thank you. Yeah, for sure. For sure, anytime. Any question you got, feel free to ask there. Shocker, yeah. We're about to hear the British National, like it's a new F1 theme song, you swear? Hey, thank you for the follow there. Appreciate that. Thank you, Mo. Max needs to stay 5th. You want Max to stay in 5th behind them? Who's everybody's favorite driver? Let me know. I haven't asked that in a bit there. Aerith likes Lando Norris there. I want to see what everybody's favorite driver is. Or you're going to try for 4th over Hamilton. Fair enough. Isaac Hadjar. I got Lewis fans in here. Mo likes Hadjar. Kev likes Lewis there. Alessandro likes George and Charles. Sam likes Leclerc. Kev likes Lewis. Sebastian likes Leclerc. Ariana likes Max. Natalie likes Charles. Katie likes Perez. Vane likes 55, the Sainz car. I love Sainz. I really do love Sainz. I hate for the situation where he's with it's losing me right now. Sainz is a driver for Williams. Where they changed that Altacian whatever. Yuki, you're the winner. Yuki Tsunoda. I don't know if y'all seen this, but I literally have a thing on the thumbnail for YouTube. It's I've got a little Yuki on the side, and he's leaning over please put me back in there. I love Yuki Tsunoda. I love Yuki though. Maria, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. I love Max. I love Max too. Yuki retired? No, he didn't retire. I love Yuki. He's small and cute. He is adorable. And I mean, his dream is to have a restaurant. So whenever Yuki gets a restaurant, we gotta go visit that one. Love Yuki there. Brad, thank you for the follow there. Max podium. It's gonna be tough for Max to get on the podium. But I wouldn't put it past him. You know Max. But I honestly don't know. I think Leclerc and Hamilton are going to go to the end the way that they are. I think Antonelli may not. I think Max's highest that he could probably go is 4th without a DNF, honestly. What up, Harith? How we doing there? What up, Ren? Welcome. Welcome. Stroll retired? Yeah, Alonso and Stroll both retired. Yeah, so Alonso and Stroll have both retired. We kind of expected that of the Aston Martins. They actually lasted longer than I thought so, because from what I understood, I didn't think that it was going to be but 15 laps that Stroll could go, and Alonso said he could do maybe 25 without suffering permanent, nerve damage in their hands due to the car situation there. That's pretty tough. Yuki retired. He's not retired. He's a reserve driver right now. He didn't intentionally retire. The Mercedes memes have me crying. What's your favorite one? I haven't actually seen too much there. Trove, thank you for the follow there. Appreciate it. Thank you for the likes, by the way. Make sure you guys are followed as well. We'd love to have you guys back in here. We're going to be live for China's next week. I usually go live for the qualifying as well as the feature race, but if you guys want me to be live for the practices so we can look and see what's going on that weekend too, maybe we can. We can just talk Formula One. Lando Norris right now getting ahead of Lindblad, so now Norris is going to be on pursuit trying to get to Max Verstappen, so we'll see if we can catch up to him there. Marie, thank you for the follow there. Sad, thank you for that. Where can you watch it? It's exclusively on Apple TV if you're in the United States. Maybe F1 TV as well, but I'm not 100% sure. Anything F1 related? Yes, got you. All right, please, I need this. We'll see if they can. Yeah, I'm going to try to be live for this one. Not reviewing for your exam right now to watch Ferrari fumble. Hey, I got you. I'm on my spring break right now, so. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's the way. Unfortunately, I wish I could show the race, but unfortunately I can't. But maybe one day. We'll see. F1 TV as well? Yeah. Yeah, F1 TV is a good one there. The Chinese one is at 2 a.m., so you're on the West Coast. See, I'm on the East Coast. It's at oh, wait. No. It's 3 a.m. for me. You're Central Time. What happened to Bottas, Cadillac, DNF? The car just messed up on him. There's been a lot of car issues here today. I don't know. That's kind of I don't know exactly what the issue is. I haven't heard or it's not been disclosed, but yeah. It's midnight for you. You live in Missouri? That's fair. Yeah, I live in North Carolina. East Coast as well. Yeah. No, the only crash today has been Piastri. Funny enough, there's not been a crash during the actual race. Oscar crashed. Oscar crashed on the lap, not the formation lap, but the lap when they're getting ready to get their setup set at the very first one before at the very, very start of the day. Don't forget daylight savings. That's true. Yeah, we're going ahead an hour here. Mashallah. Mashallah. The Chinese Grand Prix will be at 9 a.m. for you there. Yeah, that's crazy. It's only 10 for you. Yeah, it's midnight for me now. I mean, but everybody's time's getting ready to go jump forward. Well, in the United States, I should say. Well, most. But yeah, I wish that they would just let it stay. Yeah, we're on the 41st lap already. We only have 17 laps left. Arvid Lindblad trying to make a move on Behrman, and it's close. So a good little race here between Lindblad and Behrman here for 7th. And they're going back and forth. So they're getting a little bit closer. By the way, so Lindblad trying to keep it there. They're battling there, but nothing. And we're watching Holloway, Oliveira. How's that one going? How's that fight going there? How much more time for the race? Rough guesstimate is about. So it takes about a minute and a half for a lap. And we've got about 17 laps left. So anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes, ish, depending on if there's more stoppage or anything. So 30 to 45 minutes ish, somewhere in that kind of range. Olivier has been dominating. Arvid outperforming his teammate on his debut is iconic. We love to see it. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not the biggest Liam Lawson fan. So, I do pull for them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the biggest. But, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. But, yeah, love to see it. One car left to meet the 70 and F that was predicted there. Thank you for doing this. Your TV speaker broke. You needed this? Hey, glad I could help. Max Holloway versus Oliveira. So Lindblad's going to try one more time to get past Bearman here. So they're going to take their time to try to do that one as well. So we'll see if they're able to do that. And Brianne, thank you for the share there. Nate, thank you for the share. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So Max is pitting right now. Max Verstappen in the pits. Norris might get past him there. So Norris is going to get past Max Verstappen. Max should come out here in 6th. He's going to be right behind Lando, though. So he's going to have an opportunity to try to pass him there. Yo, thank you for the fall there. Yeah, Verstappen with the box there, but he comes out right behind Norris. He's about 3.5 seconds back as of right now. We'll see how he does, especially after he gets the lap to warm up his tires. But that's where he's out here. Max pitted, Lando back to P5. Yep. Not going to lie, Liam will be first out this season if Alonso don't retire early in your prediction. It could. You think that Lando can get the rest of the... Yeah, I think Lando might be able to go the rest of the way because they asked him if he could go how many laps on the medium tire, and I think they put him... So he's done 7 laps, and there's about 15 more, so that's about where he said he could do it. He said it was going to be hard for the other one, but yeah, so they had to put a new one on him to go there. Am I watching on Apple TV? I am. You're right about Norris and Max fighting for 5th. Yeah, it's going to be fighting there. And it looks like it's going to be pretty much finished the way it is. It's going to be Russell, Antonelli, Leclerc, Hamilton. I think that Norris and Verstappen are going to be fighting there. We've only got 15 laps left, so we'll see. Predictions for the World Driving Championship. I'm going to say, I don't know. The obvious pick is Russell, but like, I don't know. I want to see what Max can do when he's in the mix, you know? Like, I mean, you know, he started today's race from 20th, right? So, you want Hamilton 3? Hamilton is under 5 seconds back now. So, he has 5 seconds left. We'll see if he can go back there and catch up there. You don't see Mercedes pitting again? I don't think so. Well, Antonelli might pit again. So, George Russell said that he could go to the end on the tires. Antonelli said it would be very brave for someone to go to the end of the tires or where he was at right there. So we'll have to see. Perez, number 4. You think Perez will get 4th? Perez is 16th. He's got a long way to go to do that one. Oh, I was thanking for the follow there. Appreciate that, by the way. Thank you guys for all these follows here today. Had a lot of follows. If y'all want to make sure you keep following, though, I will be live for I'll be trying to do every Formula 1 race I can, especially if you guys show up for it. So the more followers and stuff like that, the more likely I am to do it. So thank you guys. And I'm live on other platforms as well. TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube if you want to check those out. MylkTV on all of those. User, thank you for the follow there. JV, thank you for the follow there. Ariana, thank you for the share. Vane, thank you for the follow too. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, so Antonelli's 6.4 seconds back on Russell. Leclerc's 9.4 seconds back on Antonelli. Hamilton has gained about a half a second here on Leclerc, so Hamilton may be trying to race with Leclerc for that one. Is Hamilton winning? Hamilton's in 4th. And now Gasly and Ocon are fighting for that last point right now as well. See, you think with a follow there. But he's in 4th right now. Hamilton is in 4th. He's trying. Norris is 34.3 seconds back on Hamilton. Max is 1.9 seconds back on Norris. So Max should be in striking distance of Norris here very soon. But, yeah, that's pretty much a battle for 5th spot there. And it looks like Leclerc and Hamilton may have a battle for 3rd. And then Russell is pretty much good to go. But will the tires last for Antonelli and Russell? That's going to be the question, too. Why is Colapinto not pitted at all? He had a stop and go at the start of the race. And so he basically couldn't change his tires. So he served that penalty. So he's trying to go as long as he can and then pit at the end. I mean, there's really no point in him doing that. That's kind of like the situation he's in. Send Isaac Hadjar Racing Bulls 2-3 years and forget. Hulkenberg 2nd podium. Yeah, he's going to come out and run this race on foot. Mercedes going to have to pit it for sure. We'll have to see. I don't know if they have the time. If they pit, they're giving up 1st place. Neve, think of the follow there. Appreciate it. Pit gap for this race. I don't know what it is, but I think it's around 17 seconds. It could be longer than that. Gabby, think of the follow. I haven't actually seen the pit gap here, but I haven't seen what the pit gap was. I'm sorry about that, but yeah. Thoughts on Piastri crashing out till the start of the grid? It's like the Australian curse at this point. I hate to see that for him. I don't know how long a pit takes, I'll be honest with you. I can try to figure that out real quick. I don't know what it is, but Gabby, think of the fall there, and you think of the fall as well. I'm trying to figure it out. It's 25 seconds, 16 to 18 seconds. Some of y'all saying if there. Last 5 laps, Max will start yelling. Max is within a second now of Norris. Max is on the fresher tire. Max is on new hards versus Norris's mediums that are on 10 laps. So Max is going to be full out going. The Mercedes is going to pit again. I think Antonelli will have to pit, but I honestly don't know if Russell will. Russell said he could make it. But they may try to push Antonelli to go all the way because if they pit, they're going to lose. They're going to lose the first and second place, probably. So if they pit, they're going to lose first and second place, more than likely. Antonelli would, anyway. Russell would probably come out right near Hamilton, but that would probably be behind him. But I don't know, depending on how many laps or how many laps are left, you know. But the time change, yeah, the time change is kind of crazy. It would be so cool if Perez got 10. Well, I hate to break it to you. I know it'd be cool, but unless like Ocon, Lawson, Colapinto, and Sainz all decide, you know what, I'm done with Formula One. I think I'm gonna pit. I'm gonna call it a night. Then like I don't see Perez getting in the points here tonight. The Mercedes are flying 100%. They really are. You're going to have to hope that a lot of people just decided that they don't like Formula One anymore and they want to quit, and that's how Perez can get in the points. I mean, hey, I would love to see Perez get in there too, right? Because, like, Cadillac is going to be inherently my team because this is, like, the team that is actually trying to compete now in F1 for America, but we'll see. Toto's on point. Toto is happy. Toto's happy about everything that's going on. So we got about 11 laps left here. 11 laps left. Max set the fastest lap recently on these tires. He's within a second here. He's trying to catch Norris. By the way, Sainz is in the pit now. Carlos Sainz is in the pit. And make sure you guys follow, by the way. We'd love to have you guys back in here, but make sure you follow. We'll be live for the Chinese Grand Prix next weekend as well. Perez World Driving Championship. Hey, think of the follow there, period. Appreciate it. Ferrari have the most potential this year. Ferrari do look really good, especially in qualifying. We'll have to see how it goes for the rest of it as well. Commentator, thank you for the follow there. Kat, thank you for the follow there. Janie, Paige, thank you guys for the follow. Appreciate it. As much as you hate it, it's a Mylk Ferrari year. It kind of feels that way. It does kind of feel like that way early. Hey, but things change. Things change. I mean, last year it looked like it was going to be all Red Bull, and then it kind of shifted towards McLaren. So you never really know. And Nico, thank you for the follow there. And Selenium, I think is how you pronounce it. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. If I do butcher your name or anything like that, I do apologize. I chose not to watch it after the 5th lap. It's so messy. Like, what, the race? I know there's been a lot of DNFs in this one, but we've had some really good racing, especially at the start. What we had between Russell and Leclerc was very interesting. Since then, it's all been strategy. I think that Ferrari kind of fumbled the strategy earlier, but we'll see. We'll see. Will Russell and Antonelli lose significant time or be forced to pit here with like 10 laps left? We'll see. And then we're going to have a battle here. Max is 0.6 seconds back behind Norris. We'll see. And Thu, thank you for the follow there. Thu fam, thank you for that. Fernando, thank you for the follow there. White 2K Mars, thank you for the share. Do I like the new regulation? I'm not sure. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. I want to see how it plays out because I don't want to be too quick to judge on how I feel. I do think it's going to take some time for teams to get to the point where we're used to seeing not many DNFs or anything like that, but you know. Elena, thank you for the follow there. You can see Antonelli pit. Russell will finish like they were saying in the radio. That's what I'm thinking. Because I think Russell will be fine, but I don't know what Antonelli's going to do. But if they're going to pit him, they need to do it now so they give him an opportunity to fight back. Ian, thank you for the follow. But they maybe be like, look, bud, you've got an 8-second gap now on Leclerc. So, like, you just need to save as much in those tires in case he comes at you at the end so you can get on the podium. You need Gasly to stay where he is at. We'll see. Ocon is 1.5 or 1.2 seconds behind him, so we'll see. Max is closing in closer and closer to Lando. So we'll see here. Less than 10 laps left here. DRS is great. There's no DRS anymore. Yeah. It's mom now, right? It's like MOM or something, right? It's like something to that extent, right? You think both Mercedes could make it to the end without pitting Loki? I think they can too. They were trying to ask Antonelli about that, if he could do that. Russell said he could do it, and he didn't have any problem with it. Antonelli was a little cautious to it. He said you have to be really brave. He didn't say, no, I couldn't make it, though, so he might be able to. They may have been like, hey, look, if you just save your tires, you may not be able to go for first, but you'll be able to finish on the podium. And think about the longevity of the season. That should help him pretty good. Come on, Max. Max, we'll see here. This is going to be the biggest thing, is like, is Max able to catch Norris for the 5th spot? That'll be the question here. Over the Canes make a comeback. We look like a team has been playing back-to-back. Oh, yeah. It's pretty tough. Let's go. Max says Steven. It's pretty tough, though. They've had a very tough road trip, but I'm actually proud of them winning what they have won, you know. Omar, thank you for the share. That'd be good to get him back here on the East Coast. Beating the Oilers is pretty good. We need a Wallaby Kangaroo to cross Russell. Oh, no. What's up, ALG? Welcome in here. Blue Velvet, thank you for the share. Appreciate that. All the support here tonight. Thank you guys very much. 19,000 likes, and we've had a lot of new followers. We had 56 new followers. If you guys do follow, I do appreciate it. Love to have you guys back in here, but thank you guys very much for being here. And I will be doing more Formula 1 races and probably more content with that as well. Would love to have you guys back in here. Who's in the lead now? It's still Russell. Max is trying to catch up to Lando right now. He's within 0.7 seconds, but he's not able to catch him completely there. Dan, thank you for the follow there. 8 laps left. Yep, Joshua, thank you for the follow. Max trying to follow right behind there. Aston Martin stay resurrecting drivers. Yeah, they do. Alonso, I'm actually surprised that Stroll's here. Stroll is down 12 laps. Stroll is down 12 laps. This is actually wild. Is he actually, hold on. Stroll is on the track, but he's 12 laps behind. He's been lapped 12 times. I just realized that. Can you explain to me this place? I'm confused. What do you mean? Like, we're watching Formula 1. We're watching the Australian Grand Prix. Is that what in particular are you confused about there, LG? George, be like, I got to do it. I got to do it. I mean, he said he's going to do it. Max is struggling to get closer to Norris, and with 7 laps left, we'll see. I mean, Max can be patient for sure. Behind Perez. Yeah. Stroll is 12 laps behind. Yeah, Perez. Yeah, he's 12 laps behind Perez. So Perez has lapped Stroll 12 times. Stroll just racing the run at this point. Yeah. Absolutely there. What's the race about? This is a Formula 1 Grand Prix here. Yo, what up, Utah? How we doing? Long time no chat. It's kind of useless for Lance to go out. He's lapped 12 times. I know. It really is. Yeah. ALG, thank you for the follow there. But yeah, Lance is 12 laps behind Perez. He's not going that fast at all. I mean, okay, so Stroll's fastest lap is 10 seconds slower than Perez's. Stroll's fastest lap is 10 seconds slower than Perez's. I want you to think about that for just a second. Oh, the Hurricanes score another goal. Nikisha with a goal. They're down by 1 now. Hurricanes coming back. Lando's really quick through the first sector. He is. There's still 0.7 left there. Max is trying to get closer and closer. Hamilton keeping closer to that one. Yeah. Thank you for the share. Appreciate that. All right, bro. Have a good night. All right, we'll see ALG. It's not over yet if you want to hang out here. The race is almost over. We got like 6 laps left. They're telling Hamilton to keep pushing. And he said, yeah, lead me to it. I'll do it. Push, Max, push. Max is, he's trying. Max is trying right now. He's half a second down, so he's gained a couple tenths there. 5 laps left. Yep. All right, Bo. All right, we'll see ALG. Keep pushing. Keep pushing there. Lance Stroll, nerve damage, speed run. Well, to be fair, I don't think he's going fast enough to get the damage right now. I mean, I know that's not great, but at the same time, like, let's go. Lando says totally Lando Norris there. Charles 1, he's a champion again. New Garden in this one. New Garden's coming in this one. You've been watching you for about an hour and a half now. Hey, appreciate you, Ariana. Thank you for being here and hanging out. Thank you for being here and hanging out. I can see how long people have watched, and I do appreciate that a lot. So I'm glad that you've been here. Hopefully you've enjoyed it, and thank you so much for everybody who's been here. Seriously, it means a lot. Those laps felt fast. They really have. Yeah, we've been live for an hour and a half already here. Where's that kangaroo? We need him. The Kangaroo Jack coming out. Oscar Piastri heard that there was a sale on Vegemite, so he ended quickly so he could go get some. And then these laps led feel so slow. Right. Want to know if he won a race today? It looks like George is going to win the race today. Antonelli's 5 seconds back. By the way, Max is 0.4 back here. Max getting closer. 5 seconds left here. He's right behind Lando. He's going to make it tough on him. If there's any issue, if there's any mistake that happens from Lando, Max is going to be right there to take advantage of it. We'll have to see here. Antonelli's 4.5 seconds left. Antonelli's gained half of a second here on Russell. I don't know if he can catch him, but he's trying. By the way, Hamilton is less than 3 seconds back on Leclerc, so he's catching Leclerc as well. So we might have some races here towards the end. So we'll see here. Max is 0.3 seconds back now. No, he's 0.9. Sorry. So Lando trying to hold off Verstappen there. Antonelli's 4.3 seconds back on Russell now with about 4 laps left here. Hamilton has this. Can he get better than 2 seconds left here? Depends on how much life they have left on the tires. Leclerc has slightly older tires. They're three laps older than Hamilton's, but we'll see. Can he use and get everything out of them he can? If anybody's going to do it, it for sure could be Hamilton. But we'll see. We'll see here. All Mercedes, it's looking pretty good for them, Gav. 100%. Looking pretty good there. I think about that commercial, or it's like that girl that's like running her nails on the Mercedes. She's like, Mercedes. I think of that all the time when I hear Mercedes. Sonny Hayes, where you at? So Max is now 1.5 seconds back. He's lost some time to Norris. He's went back here quite a bit. What's going on? What's up, Tate? We're watching some Formula 1 racing here. 3 laps left. Max has lost some time on Norris, so Norris is ahead. And we'll see what this is here. So Hamilton, though, he's 2.3 seconds back on Leclerc. Hamilton trying to catch Leclerc. You're sleepy? No, I got you. It is late, especially in the United States. Time going to be going forward here soon, too. All right, bro. Have a good night. You have to go to bed because you have soccer tomorrow. Hey, well, good luck in your soccer tournament there, ALG. Appreciate you being here. You have a good one. Norris, my glorious go. Max is far behind Lando now. Yeah, he's 1.7 seconds back there. He fell back kind of bit there. What happened to Bottas? His car just kind of quit on him. Unfortunately, early season here, it's just not working for him there. Thank you, bro. You too. Hey, appreciate it. Antonelli, come on. We'll see. Can Antonelli catch? He's at 4.7. He's lost some time to Russell. Russell looks to be comfortably ahead there. Max has 1.5 seconds left there. We got 3 laps remaining. Good time to watch the race here. Where's everybody watching from? Let me know in the chat. Where you guys watching from? You feel bad for Oscar? What do you mean by the time moving forward? You're from Europe. I don't know. Well, in the United States is what I mean. We have that one. Florida's in here. You're watching on TikTok there. San Antonio, Texas, New Jersey, Olympia, Washington. Adelaide, Australia. You a Port Adelaide fan there? I'm going for the power there. Singapore, North Carolina. New England there. You feel bad for this home race there. Vegas in the chat there. Texas, Iowa, South Africa, New Zealand, Texas, Michigan. We got people all over here. I'm in North Carolina. So Adelaide Crows. Okay, you pull for the Crows. Gotcha. Yeah, Mercedes ain't pitting. Yeah, they're not. Philippines in the chat. New York, Berlin, Germany. Welcome one. St. Louis, Missouri. No, not North Carolina. Why are you hating on North Carolina for? 2 laps remaining. Max is 1.9. It's Lando's spot. 100% here. We got our worldwide viewers. We do. North Korea, doubt it, but welcome. Am I the only one here from California? I would say probably not there, to be honest with you. I'd say we have some more from California. Max gave it his best, though. I mean, Max is up 14 positions. He had a great race. Just unfortunate yesterday. Unfortunately, as a Max fan, Lando got 5th place. Yeah, it's probably there. But, yeah, we're going to the last lap here. And Ocon is 1.3 seconds behind Gasly. Gasly probably going to get the last point here. The Middle East. Mashallah, mashallah. Under scorching heat in the Philippines. Well, stay cool as best you can. Stay as cool as best that you can. I'm sure it's hot as can be there at W Mercedes. Mercedes going to be 1 and 2 here. Ice out. Yes, sir. We do. And Free Palestine. I don't know if y'all can see it, but I got the Palestinian flag back there. That was a new addition this year. Free Palestine, baby. Thanks for sharing information on the race. Yeah, no, 100%. Powder Kimmy. How much is gas prices where I live? Oh, they're going up quickly. It's like approaching $3.50 now a gallon. Does Stroll have to finish this 12 lap, or can he just retire? I mean, nah, he'll just finish where he is there, pin the ice out. I got you. There you go. John, thank you for the follow there. Gonna get even higher there. There you go. Hamilton there. Oh, for sure, ALJ. I got you. Here we go. The final lap is coming down here. Russell has hit the final lap here. Antonelli's 3.6 seconds back there. Leclerc and Hamilton, 1.4 seconds separates them, ladies and gentlemen. What an amazing race. Yep. Last lap, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. You okay with second for Antonelli? You wish it was the first, though? So here we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Coming around here. You believe in Lando. So it's Russell out front. 3.7 seconds back is going to be Antonelli, Leclerc, and Hamilton. Well, they're in a second here. If Hamilton's going to make a move, he's got to do it here. Not much time left. Verstappen's 2.2 seconds back on Lando. So Lando is more than likely going to get 5th unless something crazy happens here. Ocon is within a second now of Gasly for the last spot on the points. Antonelli did a very good job. He really did. He had a great job today. Also, considering the fact that he had a little bit of an issue earlier on where he kind of fell back during the race. He fell back quite a bit, and he was able to get back up there. Great race. Great strategy by them today. So George Russell going around here towards the end. He's going to the final couple turns here. He's getting closer. And here we go, the final turn here. George Russell coming around. And ladies and gentlemen, George Russell is going to win the first race of the 2026 season. And the Australian Grand Prix is going to be there. So Russell first. It's going to be Antonelli second. Here comes Leclerc. Hamilton close behind. Hamilton's within a second, but it's not going to be enough. And third place is going to go to Leclerc. Fourth goes to Hamilton. He finishes 0.6 seconds behind. Fifth is probably going to be Norris here. Max is 2.6 seconds behind Norris. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. There is a car between Max and Lando, so it's made it even tougher for them to pass by. A lot of car malfunction, but still a good race. Oh, 100%. Thank you for this. Oh, for sure. Thank you for being here. Make sure you guys are followed. I will be live for the Chinese Grand Prix next week. So if you'd like to hang out with us for that one, it'll be great. Unfortunately, we don't have a show on you for that as well. Max, thank you for the follow there. You thought you wouldn't be able to see it? I'm glad that I could provide that there. Majol, thank you for the follow there. You can't stand Ferrari or the favoritism to Leclerc. So there we go. Russell, Antonelli, Leclerc, Hamilton, Norris, Verstappen, Behrman, Lindblad, Bortoleto, and Gasly. That is going to be your top 10, ladies and gentlemen. That'll be your top 10 there. Thank you. You'll be back next week. Hey, appreciate you. Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate you for hanging out with us, Kat. I hope you enjoyed it very much. I'll be back too. Thank you, Ariana. Appreciate that one. Thanks so much. Appreciate what you do. Hey, thank you, Kate. Appreciate it. Have a good night. Have a good night, Ariana. Appreciate y'all. Everybody's watching for. We'll hang out here a little bit. Maybe I'll play. You know what? We're going to do this. Yo, thank you for the heart me, they say. Do I do F2 races also? I have thought about doing that. I'm a Jack Crawford fan. I might actually, I don't know, maybe we'll do some F2 races at some point as well. I do keep up with F2. I haven't kept up with it as much as I used to. I even used to keep up with F3. I should moonwalk. I'm not moonwalking. but yeah, y'all have a good night. Thank you guys for being here. I do appreciate y'all for being here. But y'all have a good night. Make sure you guys follow so you don't miss anything here in the near future. I should be a lot of different sports coming up. So, IndyCar races. I don't typically do IndyCar, but who knows? Maybe if you guys want me to get into IndyCar or something, we might. Be wise. Think of the follow there. Do we want to hear the British anthem? Yeah, we got to hear the British anthem, right? We got to hear the British anthem. I mean, he won it, right? He won it, so we got to hear the British anthem, right? We got to. Be wise, think of the follow. The Brits are going to be happy about this. Nobody else is going to be happy about it, but hey, we got to play it. He won. Right? Give us victory form. Here we go. George Russell, ladies and gentlemen, has won. And we may be in an era that is going to be very difficult for anyone else to win except for Mercedes, because it looks like it's going to be German domination led by the Brit himself. But George Russell, ladies and gentlemen, has won. Give us victory 5 from Wake Forest. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming up next week too. We've got some other stuff going on there. Make sure you'll follow. By the way, we will be live next week as well. We'd love to have you guys back in here, so please make sure that you guys follow. Because again, we're gonna be live next week for stuff as well. Blame that on Drive to Survive. What are you talking about? Races would have been peak if Ferrari wasn't Ferrari. I know, man. I was saying, like, I feel like they completely butchered the strategy there. Alyssa, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Van, thank you for the chair there. George Russell, ladies and gentlemen. George Russell supremacy. I'm going to have to make a thing. You know what I'm going to do this week? I'm going to do this thing, like, where it's got, like, all the different drivers. And, like, depending on who won, it's going to have their picture or whatever. Did Russell win already? Yeah, Russell won. Yeah, Russell won there. Let's look at the standings. Does it have the standings yet? No, it doesn't have the standings yet. Oops. But there's your final. There's your final there. These new cars looks nice, but horrible. I mean, we'll see, right? They got to get used to it, right? They got to get better. They got to get better with it, right? I mean, there's definitely some issues and stuff like that they have to figure out overall. But at the end of the day, you know, it is what it is. Olivia, thank you for the follow there. Think of the problem with Ferrari. What about the problem with Ferrari? She's just going to go to Mercedes or Ferrari if they don't mess up the strategy every single time. Who made the fastest lap? Max actually. Verstappen had the fastest lap. He had the fastest lap today, of course, but there's no point. There's no point for the fastest lap anymore if you are an old head and you don't remember this. So yeah, no fastest lap point anymore, but Max did have the fastest lap. So yeah. He's just going to go to Mercedes or Ferrari. I mean, it could be. I want to see what Verstappen does when he starts in the mix, you know. Max went up 14 positions today. He was the biggest mover positively. Lost 5 positions. Besides people who DNF'd, of course. What do you think about Cadillac debut? It's been tough. I'll be honest with you. It's been very underwhelming. Not a great showing for them so far. There's going to be a lot of stuff that's going to have to happen here for Cadillac in order for them to get better in the future. But not a great start here to the Cadillac era, especially when it comes to, like, is Cadillac going to be the team that represents the United States? That's going to be a tough sell when you're not doing very well, to be honest with you. Cadillac was lapped 3 times. Yeah, well, at least it wasn't 12, you know. At least it wasn't 12. There was almost 500,000 people at the Grand Prix over the 4 days. That's wild. So many people there. The sport is growing quite a bit. We love to see it. Ferrari never fails to have terrible decisions. Yeah, 100%. Cadillac is the new Haas. Hey, okay, don't say that. All right, at least Cadillac cares. Haas just use it as a marketing tactic. How was Audi's performance today? Audi didn't do too bad. Overall, let's see. So Audi, Hulkenberg didn't do great. Bortoletto did okay. I mean, he finished in the points. He gets 2 points today. He had a pretty good race. Hulkenberg wasn't able to start the race, so that is unfortunate. But Bortoletto finished in the points here today. Lindblad is probably the one I'm most impressed with today. I'll be honest with y'all. Lindblad had a great race. For his first Formula One race, Lindblad is probably my favorite driver of the day. I think that he's definitely underrated for what he did today. Fanny, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that one. You just watched the UFC fight over this. That's fair. I mean, hey, you like what you like. I'm usually they don't, compete with each other, but the pit stop strategy for Ferrari should have been different. No, 100%. I thought they messed up, right? I was like, okay, during that first one, I was like, okay, they've messed up when Hadjar's went out. I was like, man. I was upset for them. I was like, I don't know why they didn't pit there. Well, then I feel like they got bailed out because the Bottas situation happened there. I was like, okay, perfect. Now Ferrari can pit, but they didn't pit, and I don't understand. Love, let love. Think of the follow there. Joseph, think of the follow. And T-Bud, think of the follow there. The race is over. That is your final position there. What F1 2026 program do you recommend? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Behrman looked great. It's nice to see Haas run well. Yeah, it is. I mean, Haas has done better over the years for sure. Could have split Lewis, Pitt, Leclerc. Yeah, no, 100%. Am I talking about the second time they could have pit? Yes. The second time they could have pit when Bottas was DNF'd. When Bottas was stopped and there was a little bit of a longer time that they had to stop. Yeah. So the first time when Hadjar was to the side, that was the first safety car. But then there was a second virtual safety car when Bottas was there, and I really thought that should have been the time for Ferrari to pit. I think that if they would have, they could have did Leclerc one lap and then Hamilton the next so that they don't mess with each other. But yeah, I think that would have been better for them because they still ran long on these tires, but obviously those tires lasted. I mean, gosh, 46 laps for both Russell and Antonelli. Leclerc went 33 laps. Hamilton went 30 on those hard. So, they had a good 13 laps left in them. No, I think with the ball there. Right, Lewis Hamilton then said at least one of us should have come in. I was like, come on, right. And when he said that, I was talking. I was like, but that's typical Ferrari, right? That's kind of how it is. How many times, I mean, you couldn't count it on your fingers, how many times since Lewis Hamilton has joined Ferrari where he's been like, hey, we should have done this, or why can't we do that? And I know the strategy, a bunch of people do that, and sometimes it has worked out. But there's been so many times where Ferrari has messed up. What happened to Hadjar? His engine had an issue. I don't know exactly what the problem is, but he was trying to downshift, and it just quit on him. I don't know if it was a software issue. I don't think it was necessarily. I think there's some kind of issue with the engine. There was a lot of smoke coming out from it, so I don't actually know what the problem was. Ferrari is missing half a brain. You can't miss if it wasn't there, Justin, thank you for the follow. I'm not hating on Ferrari. I like, it's not that I hate Ferrari. I really don't. I just think that they mess up so many strategies. I mean, this is not news to anybody who watches, right? You think if they pit would have been different, I think it would have been the second and third place. No, for sure. I think they, at very least, I think Leclerc probably finished second, and then Hamilton and Antonelli are going as well. I don't know. Hamilton was doing a lot better towards the end of that race. He did have slightly fresher tires as well, and then Max was not able to catch up on Norris towards the end. Norris went 26 laps on the medium, but he said he couldn't go 26. Or he went 24. He said he couldn't go 26, so I don't know. What do I think of the new FIA rules? I want to see how it plays out. I'm not sure how I feel about everything. I want to see how it goes before I'm too harsh on it. I'm worried about the racing aspect of things, but we'll see. What do I think about Lando? I think Lando had a good day overall. I think that the future with McLaren will be up in the air. I don't think that McLaren is near as strong as it was last year. Lando had a decent race overall. He was able to gain a spot, but I don't know. It doesn't feel like a title contender as of right this second here, if that makes sense. Danielle, thank you for the follow there. Appreciate that. Yeah, the race is over. You've missed the race, Maria. I hate to break it to you there. The race is over, ladies and gentlemen. That is your final. Yes, that is your final spots there. Which driver would you choose as a prom day? I'm not doing it. I don't think of it like that. I mean, I don't know what you... I think that start will definitely win. Wait. You think that the start will definitely win Monaco? Ferrari might, yeah. What happened with Piastri? Piastri, before the formation lap, you know how like they have the lap where they go around and then they like set up the cars and stuff like that? He wrecked on that lap. He was going too far to the right. I think he landed on he hit one of his tires, hit the paint. One of the paints going into like one of the turns. And I don't know if he gassed a little bit too much at that point. It spun the car. The front left of the tire hit into the left wall on the left side of the car. Or the left side of the car hit the left wall, and it just destroyed his front tire. They had to fix it there. Kangaroos really let Ferrari down. They really did. They really did. Kangaroos not working with him there. Yeah, tough break for him today. But again, make sure you guys follow. I will be back for the Chinese Grand Prix coming up next weekend. Qualifying and there's a sprint race. So we're gonna have the qualifying. We'll have the sprint shootout, the sprint race, and the feature race. So I'll be live for all of those. So if you guys would like to be here for that, I'll be live for all of those next time. Coming up this weekend. And they're like early in the morning for me. Julie, thank you for the follow there. In fact, let me look at the time real quick. So like for the Chinese Grand Prix on Friday, so the Friday we have the sprint shootout at 3:30 a.m. and then we have the sprint race at 11 p.m. and then we have qualifying at 3 a.m. and then we have the race at 3 a.m. So it's a lot there. Verstappen never fails to disappoint me. He managed to get the sixth place. Yeah, he really did. And that's what I'm saying is like people are like, who you think's? I mean, right now the overreaction is like Mercedes is going to dominate this year and it's going to be boring. But I want to see what happens when Max is in the mix. Because Max, even like during the times when Mercedes was dominating, Max was able to split and get second place a lot. So it'll be very interesting to see how it'll be when Max is in the mix there. Because, I mean, coming back from where he started today, it was a lot. It was a lot to accomplish. And he did great with what he had. But does he have a competitive car? We'll have to see. Will they continue to have issues where it's in the software, which caused him the issue during qualifying? Or like that Hadjar suffered today that caused him to DNF. Is that going to be something for the future with Red Bull? Or have they got to figure it out there? And Barrett, thank you for the share. Appreciate that. Early morning's back again. Welcome to F1 in America. No, you got 100%. 100%. Yeah, because like the Chinese Grand Prix starts at 3 a.m. for me. 3 a.m. How many races can we tell when one team/driver is dominating this year? Honestly, it's kind of a tale of I don't know if it's like one specific way because it can change. Because last year at the start of the year, it looked like it was going to be Red Bull dominant, and that was like the first 5-6 races or something like that. And then after that, it was McLaren. So like, it really kind of depends. It really depends. Who's my favorite driver and team? So, to be 100% transparent with you, I was always like a Red Bull fan. I like back to the Sebastian Vettel Red Bull days. And then like I kind of inherited, I'll be honest, I wasn't actively watching as much, but I did like Max Verstappen like when he first came in. And I did pull for Max, and I was a fan of Max before he won world championships, and then he did. And I was like, man, I love this. And then like I really loved Yuki. Yuki was like the guy that I was like, I love Yuki Tsunoda. That's going to be like my guy. Because that's when I really started watching. Is like right when Yuki came in his first year. Like when I started actively watching like every race, not missing a race. Because I mean, kind of the COVID time, what a race for Matt. Yeah. So like I really started getting into it like actively during COVID and stuff like that. And yeah, it was great. But yeah, Yuki Tsunoda was like my number one guy that I was pulling for every week. And unfortunately, he's not there. And he's a reserve driver. I'm happy for him, but yeah. What a race for Max, though. Yeah, amazing race for Max today. F1 this year would really leave gamers on the hiatus. Yeah. Probably had 3 opportunities to pit under the virtual safety car. Yeah, they did. They had many opportunities. I talked about that a little bit already, that Ferrari really messed up here. I do think Max Verstappen should have won his first championship without Perez. Could have won his first championship without Perez. No, I really don't. I think that it really helped out quite a bit, but I think I think you can do that quite a bit for a lot of drivers. I mean, a lot of the champions, besides like certain years where they're just like absolutely dominant, without their teammates, a lot of them can't win. I mean, there's certain circumstances where we've seen team orders or more favorable treatment for certain drivers so that they can win it for sure. Russell win equals boring. I mean, I get what you're saying. I get that. In your opinion, who will win it this season just by this race? If I'm going like who's going to win it all this year just based off this race, I got to go with George Russell. I mean, I know he won the race today, but the Mercedes, it does seem to be the best car. I like Kimi Antonelli, but Kimi Antonelli does have a habit of making mistakes. He does have a habit of making mistakes and stuff like that. And I'm worried about the future with, like, if he can actually put it to George Russell in that sense. But, yeah, to be Lewis in that car, I mean, he left. He's the one who wanted out, Dr. Coconut, I think, with the fall there. Based off the last race where Perez held up Hamilton and let Max catch up. I mean, that did help Max a lot. Yeah, for sure, Joe. It did. But, of course, the biggest thing that helped Max during that race in particular and winning the championship actually was Nicholas Latifi. Nicholas Latifi do that. You're a new follower. Hey, appreciate you, Coop. Make sure you follow. I didn't see that you followed, and it didn't show me that you did, but I appreciate it if you did. The FIA gave it to Max. I don't agree with that. I know that a lot of people are going to get mad about that in particular. I don't actually think. I know a lot of people, especially the Abu Dhabi 2021 in particular, I really don't think that's fair necessarily to say that. Excluding FIA orders to be lapped race wins there. You're thinking Perez and Cadillac will take it the F-season there? Yeah. What do I think about Ferrari and Mercedes' performance will be this year? I think they're probably the best two in particular. I'm afraid that this is going to be like that season where Ferrari gets a lot of the poles and then Mercedes outperforms during the race. I do kind of think that might be the situation that we see a lot this year. We'll see overall, but I do feel that could be the case. Leclerc got outclassed by Hamilton, but got saved by the strategy. It was not a good strategy, I will say. Hamilton did almost get back, I will say. 2018 all over again. Who would I like to see win the championship this year? I mean, bias-wise, I would like to see Verstappen. But if I'm going to have to go with, like... I'm going to say Verstappen is who I would like to see win. But if we're going to say, like, overall, just, like, no bias... Like, if I'm not going to put my own bias into it, I would like to see Leclerc. I would love to see Leclerc win it because he's been with Ferrari. He's suffered so much with the Ferrari strategy and everything like that. And you know what? I believe in the marriage buff. I would love to see Leclerc get there and get a championship. I would love to see him win the World Driver Championship. If I'm taking my bias out of it. If you were lucrative rich, would you attend an F1 race with a pit pass? I mean, if I was, sure, right? If I had a lot of money to the point where I don't know what to do with it, I would do it. Yeah, these cars are terrible. Aston Martin are driving in the race. Yeah, I think for the fall there. Ferrari has a chance. They do. Top 3 finishes this year. What do you mean, like top 3 drivers? You wish Leclerc would win. He's your favorite driver. Yeah, we'll see if Leclerc can. There you go. I think it'll be interesting to see overall, but yeah, for you, my top 3. Oh, who I think is going to be the top 3 of the championship? I'm going to go George. Charles, and Max. I'm going to go George, Charles, Max. I don't know what order necessarily, but I'm going to go George, Charles, and Max. Verstappen is insane. He really is insane. He's so good. Ferrari fumbled on the... Yeah, they should have pit during the virtual safety car. And what's crazy is they had a backup virtual safety car they could have pit on, but they didn't. Do you imagine being Stroll, being there, and having to drive for fun? I mean, daddy's money will get you anything, right? Perez or Bottas, who is better? between Perez or Bottas. I don't know. I mean, they're both like historically known as like number 2 drivers, right? Who do I think is better between the two, though? I would say Perez is better more recently than Bottas. I think I would probably go Perez now, but who won? George Russell. Russell won today. Ferrari fumbled twice. Even Lewis said it. Yeah. Did Stroll really not retire before the race ended? Yeah, he didn't. He didn't actually. He finished 12 laps down. 12 laps down behind. He finished 12 laps behind Perez. He finished 15 laps behind Russell. Already gave that win to Benz. They did mess up for sure. What are my thoughts on the Aston Martin porpoising problem? Like with the vibration and stuff like that. They got to get it fixed. They got to get it fixed because like I don't care who it is. Like I've said this. I do not like Lance Stroll. I don't like him, but I don't want him to have permanent damage in his hands. Like they shouldn't risk permanent nerve damage in their hands to race. And like it's just not right that they're sending out a car. One DNF'd and didn't finish the race because he had to retire early, and the other one finished 15 laps behind the leader. Like at that point, we don't have 11 teams. We only have 10, and we've got another one just participating. This is about the same as like what they did for the F1 movie. Like I can't remember what the team name was for the F1 movie because I haven't actually watched it, but that's kind of how it feels right now. Who would I put in Stroll's seat? Yuki Tsunoda. Yuki Tsunoda, baby. Well, I don't want his hands hurt. That's like if they had to do that. But if I'm gonna go, I put Jack Crawford. I want Jack Crawford there. I would love Jack Crawford's like I've followed him since F3. I love Jack Crawford. He's also from North Carolina. So, did you suffer lag from Apple TV? I did not. It actually looked pretty good for me. What about you? Did you have any issues? Mary, thank you for the share. I actually didn't have any issues with it overall. You think you like Apple for buying the right? I don't know. I mean, it kind of worked for me because that's also how I watch MLS. So, like, it kind of worked in the fact that, like, it saved me money overall because I'm watching Formula One and MLS through the same streaming platform. So, it works out for me overall, but I can understand how it is frustrating. What is MLS? It's Major League Soccer. It's the United States Soccer League. It's not good. I watch it because I have a favorite team. It's not that they're good. Yeah, I legit just watch it for that. Or football, as you Europeans call it. But yeah. Sierra, I think, with the follow. I appreciate it. But yeah. I do. I usually watch a lot of Champions League as well. I haven't been able to this year. But what are my thoughts on the team orders for Lando and Piastri last season? I do think, I don't know. I do feel bad for Piastri. I do think that they did favor Lando quite a bit. And I'll be honest with you, I did think that Lando, I did think Piastri was the better driver for a lot of last year when they were giving favorable things to Piastri. And I considering how close the championship was, I don't know. I don't think it's crazy to say that there's a different, if there's a different universe and the multiverse situation that Piastri won the championship. Do you think McLaren can catch up? Maybe. Anybody can catch up at this point. It's way too early for anything to be considered like the end or anything like that because, I mean, there's a lot of different things to, like, upgrades will happen. It's a new era. You never truly know. We need the grid girls back. What do you say that Lando's one was justice? What do you mean? Like, winning last year? I mean, sure, he earned the championship. I do think that he was helped along the way, but, I mean, you could argue that for a lot of them. Too many changes all at once? I do get that. It is going to take some time. I say give it a 5-race buffer. You're going to have to give it like a 5-race buffer to kind of figure out and get everybody's ducks in a row and good to go there. What happened with both Aston Martins? Well, I don't know if you know this, but there's a lot of vibration problems that are going on with Aston Martin in general. And their car is not in a good position because they're having vibration issues to the point to where they may not be able to finish the race, and they pretty much didn't finish the race. Alonso had to end early, and Stroll finished 15 laps behind. The vibration is so bad it could cause permanent nerve damage in their hands. Only 6 cars on the lead lap. What happened to Hadjar? He had some sort of an issue with the car. I don't know if it was like when he was trying to shift downshifting or something like that, but the car basically just quit. There was a lot of smoke coming from the engine. I don't know if it is a software issue or more. We'll probably have more information about that later this week. But yeah, something happened to where he was not able to finish the race. By the way, thank you for the likes. By the way, 26,000 in here. What team is my personal favorite? I mean, I do like Red Bull. I would like for Cadillac to be my team, but they're just, because like it is the American team. I'm an American. We'll love to see a good American team, but it's tough, you know. Thoughts on Checo? I like Checo. I think he's a great driver. I think that him and Bottas are going to have a little bit of a problem being out of the racing situation for a bit, so I do think there's going to be some growing pains there as well as all the new regulations, so we'll see. There's going to be a lot to figure out. Last year, Williams was on the podium. Did they get a podium last year? Arvid is probably my driver of the day. Besides like Max having all the positions game, Lindblad had the probably greatest drive today. I think that he did very great. I know he only got 1 position more. I just think that he had a great race weekend in general. I really like what he did here today. Sainz did twice. Okay, yeah, that makes sense actually. Let's get you Red Bull gear for the next race. I used to have a Red Bull shirt. I don't know where it's at. Sainz twice. I mean, that does make sense, though. Sainz, great driver as well. They have 2 really good drivers with Williams. I do like that lineup for sure. What would be a good finish for Cadillac this year? And if they are above a team, what team is it? I think if they, I mean, middle of the pack is kind of the situation that they want to finish in, right? So there's 11 teams now. If they can finish like top 7, like if they can finish above 8th, so that there's like 3, like 8, 9, 10, like if they can finish like 3 teams below them, I think that's a huge success for them this year. If they can get like around 5, I think that'd be tremendous. If they get 5th or above, I think they're way overperforming. Yeah. Do you think who will win the World Driving Championship? I think Mercedes is going to win the constructors, and I think that I'll go with George for the drivers. I know that's boring, but Red Bull fan, think of the fall there. Brandy, think of the fall as well. But if I had to pick 3 that I would bet on right now, I'd say Russell, Leclerc, or Verstappen. That's the 3 I'm feeling. Like, if I had to pick, like, if you gave me like a couple options, who I'm gonna pick to like actually pull it off or whatever, that's kind of the 3 I'm feeling right now. F1 ruined the mid-pack racing. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I think it's a little too early to judge it too much, but halfway through, Mercedes loses advantages. I mean, they might. You know, it depends on teams' upgrades. I mean, upgrades that teams put and implement could absolutely change everything. What would you say for the teams that are already established? What would you say for the teams that are already established? I mean, some teams, I mean, of course, like Mercedes, Ferrari, Red Bull, and McLaren, like they're on a league above everybody else, right? Like they're already established, already known to be competitive. And then you have like the midfield of everybody else, like Haas, Racing Bulls, which looks like they're kind of a mid Audi, Alpine, you know, Williams, like that's kind of the next kind of tier situation. And then you've got to have like your Aston Martin and Cadillac and, you know, others. That's what I think of that as well. Red Bull misses Horner. I don't know if they do. Actually, I think they argued that like if Horner would have left earlier last year, they could have won the championship, but I don't know. Wait, who are the top teams? I mean, the top teams are like Mercedes, Ferrari, and Red Bull and McLaren. Like that's your top 4. Like one of them are probably going to win the Constructors' Championship. Like, I'd put everything that it's between those 4, like, to win the Constructors' Championship. And then, like, drivers-wise, it's just a toss-up, right? What team would be something that would blow your mind? Like, what team win? Like, just based on anybody that's not those 4 that wins it, I'd be shocked. Like, if somebody else between other than those four win like the constructors championship, I'd be crazy shocked. Like, imagine if Haas or Racing Bulls or Alpine or Williams won that. That'd be absolutely shocking. Merc or Ferrari in another league. That's how it feels right now, for sure. And I mean, it could change as well over time here. This is your first time actually watching an F1 race. I actually enjoyed it. Heck yeah, I'm glad that you enjoyed it. So, you gonna come back for next week as well? I mean, we're gonna be late, but what happened to Nico? I don't know. He didn't actually start the race. I don't know if they had like issues beforehand that they just didn't do, but yeah, new to F1, starting to watch this season. What basic things should you know? It was hype. Okay, so the basic things that you should know about Formula One is you need to understand tire compounds. You have the soft tire, which is the fastest tire, but it doesn't last as long. The medium, which is the best balance, like it lasts longer, but it's not as fast as the soft tire. And then you have the hard tire, which lasts the longest, but it's not the fastest. That's the most important thing, is understanding the tire compounds. Also understand that like when drivers are within 1 second of the driver in front of them, they get to use extra battery to try to overtake them. And then just understand that there's different strategies depending on different teams. And let's see. Different tracks benefit different drivers or different driving styles and cars. So it just kind of depends. So that's kind of a situational thing. We'll talk about that. We'll have practices. We'll talk about stuff too. Like, I'm thinking about going live for like practices and stuff like that too. So if you have any questions about it, I could talk more specifically about each track. And I could tell you about like what to be looking for, like pit windows, and if there's got to be any potential rain in the forecast, and like if they're going to have to use wet tires or intermediate tires or anything like that. Big brain theory, think of the fall there. So yeah. But yeah, if it does rain, if it's a kind of a light rain and they can deal with it, they'll use inter tires. If it's like very heavy rain and stuff like that, they'll use wet tires. And if it's too bad, like where there's standing water where they can't race, they'll just halt the race until it's clear, or they'll cancel it. Chat, who remembers Spa 2021? By a show of people in the chat, who was around for Spa 2021? Because Lord have mercy, what a time. Do you get in trouble for watching the F1 live on TikTok? Might just watch your stream if you. I mean, I can't show the game or anything. I can't actually show like the race, but I do show stuff like that. That was crazy. It really was. Homie Ron, thank you for the fall there. Spa 2021, man. It was like 4 or 5 hours, it felt like. But yeah. Is there a team that you'd like to beat the top 4? I would love to see Cadillac. I mean, Cadillac is kind of like the American team. I would love to see America come in with a team and be competitive, unlike Haas. But what happened so far? The race is over. So that's it right there. I don't know if the standings actually show yet. Oh. I'm waiting for this to load. It doesn't really matter because it's the same. It doesn't really change here. Mercedes are fast. Yeah, they really are, Matt. They're really fast right now. Racing was so good. Yeah, F1 TV or Amazon. Yeah, or Apple TV, depending on where you're at. In the United States, I think it's like Apple TV or F1. I don't know if you can get it through Amazon unless there's like an extension. Appreciate the stream. Yeah, for sure. Morning, when did the race start? Race is already over. The race is already over here. Thoughts on Hamilton this year? I think it's going to be interesting to see what Ferrari does. Hamilton is going to get frustrated with the strategy, if you know how Ferrari is, you know. Thank you for the follow there, Justice. Appreciate you. But I don't know. Hamilton has looked good this year from what I've seen so far, but we'll see. What's the big rivalries, should you know? So big rivalries, so like Max Verstappen and Lando Norris, they were kind of competing for the championship last year. Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton, it's not as bad as it used to be, but that was pretty tough. Max Verstappen and George Russell, there was a little bit of controversy there. Lewis Hamilton, as well as Leclerc and Ferrari. Like, both Hamilton and Leclerc have rivalries with Ferrari, and that'll make more sense. I mean, anybody who's drove with Ferrari understands that, like, there's an issue there. But, yeah, so, like, it's just, like, there's a couple rivalries, but it's usually, like, the competitive drivers and stuff like that, too, yeah. And then Racing Bulls is, like, the feeder team. It's, like, the like the lower division team for Red Bull. Honestly, more entertaining than expected. Also, Lando slowed so much right in those last couple laps. Yeah, tire degradation and stuff like that. See, he was on a medium tire, which they don't last as long as like Verstappen was on the hard tire, so he could go faster and like put more wear and tear on his tires and stuff like that because there's degradation with the tires and stuff. Seems like Juan Pablo Montoya could be today's Sunny Hayes. You think? Well, yeah. You see why Verstappen is so hype? He went from 18th to 16th very quick to 6th. Yeah. It annoyed me that Russell complained about Leclerc over him blocking. I mean, it's racing. You get over it. Yeah, I mean, there's certain circumstances. You can't move when you're braking. That's like a rule that they have in Formula One. But yeah, I get what you're saying. How did Oscar Bennett? It was on before the formation lap, like the setup lap. He came out. I think he got too far to the right side. It looked like his tire hit the paint. And, you know, the paint gets a little bit slick. And his tire hit that. And he kind of spun out. His left front tire hit the left wall. Just destroyed it. Destroyed the axle and everything. Tire exploded. Day's over before it started. No, you were saying Lando did well to keep Verstappen at bay. No, 100%. He did. He did a really good job. He was losing some time and stuff like that. Like Verstappen was gaining on him, but Norris found something in the tires there. He had enough time to where he was able to keep him off. But 100%, yeah. Jeremy, thank you for the follow there. You get that definitely. You also don't see why RB didn't go in all in on 10-lap push. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Verstappen had a gap. He probably could have pit and try to get like softs in the last 10 laps and just go for it. Max was passing dump trucks. Where can you learn more about F1? You're new. I'm sure there's videos and stuff that you could watch in particular, but I mean, I can just kind of tell you, like, tire compounds matter. Am I going to try to watch China? Yeah, I'll watch the Chinese race as well. And I think I'll be live for the practices and stuff like that. And I could talk about stuff specifics if you have any questions about it during practice sessions. It really doesn't matter about the time and stuff. So I can legit answer any questions and go into depth about stuff too if you want to know more about it. But yeah, I'm all good for that one. What exactly happened to Piastri? You missed that part? Yeah, so basically at the start of the race, he was not quite it's like before the formation lap, you know how they have the setup laps and stuff like that. He went out. It was on the right side. I think his back tire hit the paint. He spun out. His left front tire hit the left wall, destroyed it, the axle and everything, and his day was over before it started. You wish it wasn't so late. They all won't be this late. I promise you, they all won't be this late. Because, like, all right, just for reference, I'm Eastern Standard Time in the United States. The next race coming up this weekend, it starts at 11 p.m. for the sprint race on Friday. And then Sunday at 3 a.m. is going to be the feature race. Then the next week, or March 29th, the Japanese Grand Prix is going to be 1 a.m. Again, this is Eastern Standard Time. And then Bahrain, if Bahrain happens, on Sunday, April the 12th, it's going to be at 11 a.m. my time. And then Sunday, April 19th, the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix will be at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So stuff does change depending on where it's at in the world. You know, it's going to be more because usually, like wherever they're at, the race will start between like 3, 4, 5, somewhere in that time. So it does change. Bahrain will probably not happen. Yeah, probably not going to happen. But yeah, the race is over. I don't expect Bahrain to happen or Saudi Arabia, to be honest with you. I don't think either one of those is going to happen because I don't think that this war is going to happen here. Your Central Time, USA? Okay, cool. Whatever I say, then, yeah, just an hour back there. But, yeah, the race is over. That is your final. You can see there, the ones that are darker, those are over there. Did Hulkenberg get a fail on his first lap? He didn't even start the race either. So, he was DNF before Piastri, so they didn't even have Hulkenberg starting the race today. So, I don't even think he started. He retired before it started. Max in the title fight with good quality, in your opinion, and Hadjar helping him? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see if the car can last. I mean, they had an issue previously. Jacko, thank you so much for the gift there. Appreciate the heart me. But, yeah, there was some kind of an issue where there was a software issue that caused Max problems in the qualifying. But then everything that just happened a minute ago was stuff there as well. But we're trying to look at that there. So sad that Oscar couldn't race his home. Right. Let's see. Sorry, this is the better. There you go. There's the better one. You can see that better. And Barca, think of the fall there. Do you think that Piastri has a chance for the title? Sure. I mean, it's too early to knock anybody out of the title options, right? So, Hadjar's engine blew. Yeah, I did. Something happened with his engine there. Oscar crashed his car. Yeah, the only crash today was Oscar's, actually. Hamilton, 6/10 off of a podium. I know. He was getting close. And he was the one that wanted a different pitting strategy, too. So, unfortunate. One thing, what circuits do you think will replace Bahrain and Saudi? I don't think that they'll replace them. They'll probably just get rid of them. They'll probably just get rid of them this year, and then they just won't have them this year. I don't know if it's going to be safe enough to do that with the current war that's going on in the Middle East. Leclerc title? Maybe. I'd be okay to see a Leclerc title. You think Miami will be next? No. So the next race is China, the Chinese Grand Prix. I think it'll be next for sure. Promising for Haas? Oh, it was a promising one for Haas here. Hamilton didn't like Ferrari's pit strategy at the beginning of the race. Yeah, he didn't. He wanted to pit earlier. No, like Russell there. You mean after Japan? Yeah, so after Japan, yeah, it probably will be the Miami Grand Prix. Yeah. I don't know if we'll get to the Bahrain or Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Of course, that is April. That is literally more than a month from now. With the way that everything's going here, just what everybody says, it's just unfortunate here. Bad tire decision, 100%. It was a terrible tire decision there for going on there. Should have just told them it was going to box. Yeah. What do I think about the strategy that Ferrari brought today? They should have pit. They should have pit. I thought they would have during Hadjar. But then when Bottas had the DNF, they should have pit then. That's what I think. Ferrari is such a bad team. I mean, they have a history of bad strategies, so unfortunately for them. But bad decisions. But that, like we said, that's something we've kind of gotten used to with Ferrari. So are the races that have sprints the same as last year? I think so, yeah. Top 8 get points, and it's 8 points down to 1. It's just like a shorter race. 2 chances to pin out of the VSC. Yeah, exactly. You're honestly talk about how this is playing out. I mean, it's still early though. It's still early. We got a lot of stuff here. Classic Ferrari. You just wish Haas could do better. Haas did really good today, I will say. What plan F isn't a good strategy? Yeah, Mercedes and Russell. Mercedes does look like they do have the fastest car. We'll see if that does sustain. I mean, upgrades will happen at some point too. So, but I do remember people saying that it was like Mercedes and Red Bull would figure something out. I want to see what happens when Max starts at the top to see too here. Did anybody else's feed start? I got a real bad at the end. I didn't have any of that issue necessarily. I didn't notice it. If there was any, I didn't see it, Katie, but I wonder if Hamilton regrets leaving Mercedes. I mean, I think he kind of does, right? Renew, thank you for the follow there. If someone gets a shock podium this year, who do I think will be? If I had to say a shock poll, I'm going to go Lindblad. I think Lindblad gets a podium this year. I was really impressed with how he drove today. His weekend in general. I don't know, man. Lindblad getting a podium makes sense to me this year. It was just, we'll see. Am I playing Fantasy F1? I'm not. I actually saw it earlier, and I was like, man, I didn't take time, but yeah. Lindblad did amazing today. He really did. Lewis needed one more lap? Yeah, for sure. I should have done F1 Fantasy, but yeah, I didn't actually. I need to get into it next year. Audi scored. Yeah. So, Bortoleto got a point today. The top 2 are so much faster than the rest. I do think there was some bad strategy, but yeah. You feel bad for Oscar? Yeah, I do too. Home race, DNF instantly. It's tough. Where do I think that Oscar would have ended up if he raced? I think he would have been top 5. I think he might have been 6th or so. I think they probably would have 5th or 6th, depending on, like, I don't know. He did look faster than Norris, so he may have been like 5th, maybe 4th even. right there in the mix with Leclerc. He could have even finished above them. Maybe it went Russell, Antonelli, Piastri. I don't know. Piastri looked okay today. It would have really depended on that start as well, because it was and like whatever strategy. Because basically everything that McLaren was able to do, they catered to Lando today. Which, I mean, they did that in the past anyway. I've been thinking of the follow, by the way. Do you think Leclerc would have won if they took their free pit? I don't know about one, but I think he probably would have been competing for second at the very least. Trying to catch. B-Train, think of the follow there. They should have pit Max when Arvid, Ollie, Gabby were behind him and not waited until Lando was by. Well, I think that like he was on a longer tire, a different strategy, and that's just kind of the situation. Didn't work out there. I trust their strategist though. She's amazing. Citro, think of the follow there. Mihoy Mignoy, think of the follow. Love the name. What if Porsche BMW got back in the F1 mix? There is rumors that there's another team that's going to be back competing, so that'll be interesting if we get 24 teams. Amateur foosballer, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Didn't get to watch. Why did Leclerc and Hamilton lose position? They didn't pit. They didn't pit because they were trying to go long, I guess, but they didn't. Didn't get, so yeah, they strategy. It was strategy based. Ford beat General Motors. It's a good day. Hey, there you go. There you go. Surprised by them putting Max on hards for the first stint. Medium seemed like they had better pace. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I think that maybe they were thinking that a DNF was going to be, or like safety cars were going to come out later, so they wanted him to run longer. But yeah, unfortunately for him, I think that Red Bull was banking on like, hey, let's send Max out on the tire that lasts the longest, and then maybe like around 30, like lap 30, 35, that's when cars start DNFing, and they're going to have to like come out, and then they can pit then during a virtual safety car, and then Max can have, waited for everybody else to pit. Then he's like top 5 getting fresh tires. I think that was their plan. Do I follow any WEC races? I'm not familiar with that it is, to be 100% honest with you. You said that last, not first, on the second stop. So I'm so sorry. I'm surprised they pitted Max on the hards for that last stint. Medium seemed like. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Oh, Le Mans. Oh, gotcha. No, I don't watch a whole lot there. It's an endurance. Oh, like the 24-hour races and stuff like that. I don't watch a whole lot of that, to be honest with you. Do I play F125? I do not, honestly. I haven't really ever played any of the F1 games. The only one I've really played is like the manager. I would rather like manage, who has been the best second driver for Red Bull in the past 5 years, in my opinion. I think Perez has been the best driver, second driver. I think that's fair. I know that he had some moments and stuff like that, like especially with qualifying and stuff, but he always finished great. Like, I really think it's Perez. Thoughts on Ollie's race today? He had a good race. He was able to hold off Lindblad, but yeah, it was a good race for Ollie. Some solid points in 7th place. Overperforming for what you would expect from Haas for sure. Ferrari's going to win at some point this year, in your opinion? Oh, yeah, I think Ferrari will win some, yeah. And a Piastri fan, but I feel for him. Poor man. I agree with that too. It is tough, situation that he was in there, not able to capitalize, and not even get to be in his own home race. I think Ollie will get a podium in Silverstone. All right, that's a big prediction there. I don't necessarily agree with that, but hey, that's a bold prediction. I imagine. What he's feeling? Yeah, I couldn't imagine. I mean, to be honest with you, though, Oscar is such a mature, like, not very emotional person. I think he's fine. Hate to see that for him, though. But, all right, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure that you follow. We'd love to have you guys back in here. I'm probably going to head out here in just a moment. So, please make sure that you guys have followed. I'm going to be live for the Chinese Grand Prix. It's going to be coming up next week for anyone who's a Formula One fan. I will be covering other sports and stuff like that as well. There's going to be different stuff coming up this next week. Brian, thank you for the follow there. I've got I think I'm going to watch the Hornets taking on the Suns tomorrow. So if you like some NBA basketball, we're going to be doing that. Also, next week, we're going to have some stuff for the racing next week. The first practice is going to be at 11:30 p.m. on Thursday next week, which I'm going to try to be live for and just talk about, because we have the practice, and then we're going to go to the sprint shootout. And then the next night, we're going to have the sprint race, and then we'll have the qualifying. So we're going to have a lot of stuff next week. We only have one practice schedule, or one practice session next week, because we've got the sprint shootout, the sprint race, the qualifying, and then the feature race. So, yes, make sure that you guys are followed. Would love to have you guys back in here, because I will be live for that, and I'll be answering questions and doing everything else that you want to know as well. So, yeah, I'm live on TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. So, if you have a different preference of where you would like to watch, whether it be TikTok, Twitch, or YouTube, MylkTV across the board, would love for you guys to check it out there. I'll be covering other sports and stuff like that as well. Would love for you guys to be back here. But, yeah, I will be watching stuff as well. So, please, 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 go check it out on the various platforms. I'll be doing different content and stuff like that for you guys, too. And we will be live for a lot of different stuff. So, thanks again, everybody. I appreciate that. Congratulations to the Mercedes fans, Russell, Antonelli, and Leclerc coming out on the podium here. We'll be live again, like I said, tomorrow night, probably for the Hornets versus the Suns, and then more here. I should do some TikTok dance train. I'm not much of a dancer, to be honest with you. Not much of a dancer. I do appreciate you, though. Hey, but thanks, everybody, for being here. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Again, make sure you follow. We'd love to have you back here. Make sure you're checking on your friends, too. You never know what they're going through. Just a simple how are you doing could save their life and yours. Ladies and gentlemen, mental health matters, so please check in on the friends and families, the ones that you love. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for being here. Free Palestine. Fuck ICE. I'll see you guys later. Have a good night. No wars. Wars are evil. In war now. See you guys. Have a good night. Support women in F1 100%. We support women. We love women here. Equality for all. Love who you want to love. Heck yeah, ladies and gentlemen. We're all about that here, ladies and gentlemen. But yes, y'all have a good night. Thank you for being that. Peace.